Let me see if there's anything I think there's some stuff I can read. I guess I could play if I can get a speaker. I don't even have a speaker. Can't play it on my second phone. Is my second phone charged? I don't even think my backup phone is charged. Let's look. See if my backup phone's might be. But maybe send this out to your MAGA friends. I want to know, because I really do think that I think this is the beginning of the end for MAGA. Katrina, I don't know. My internet won't work. It kept crashing my stream. Thank God I'm moving. So hopefully by next phone. That wasn't the internet's fault. That one was me. It feels like, yeah. Hey, Jen.
Hi.
Hey, this feels like the old days.
It does.
Chamber Friday. Yeah, we could just talk about whatever. Maybe we'll just take one at a time, either opposition or friendly. I don't care. Let's just do that. Let's just have some conversations. I have till like 1:15-ish probably. And then I got to go. So we got an hour to 2 hours and 15 minutes. How about talk about Bolton, Comey, and James? Yeah. Seems like there's no cases against any of them. That's what it seems like to me. Go Utes. How dare you, Wasatch? How dare you? I don't like that one bit. Is it for why are people saying Freaky Friday? Today is there something about Freaky Friday?
I mean, Freaky Friday's a thing, but I mean,
what is it?
I mean, there's a movie.
I know that. I knew that.
They actually have a second movie. I actually saw the second one.
Who's in the second one?
It was still Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis. So.
Oh, did they switch again? They didn't learn their lesson?
Actually, other people got switched.
Oh, and they have to figure it out?
Yeah, I think it's their. So I think it's Lindsay Lohan's daughter and future stepdaughter.
Oh, in the movie.
In the movie.
Like, wait, what?
Yeah. Oh, and Benny is streaming this to YouTube if people want to watch it on YouTube first.
Ah, thanks, Benny. Yeah, I have no internet at all on my computer. It's just cooked.
Yeah.
Weird. Oh, now it's loading on my computer because I wanted to see. I guess pull up Comey. Yeah, guys, it's friendly or opposition today. So anybody who wants to talk, you can hop in the guest request. Jen, can you handle the guest requests?
Yes.
Okay, we can talk about whatever. We can panel. We can just hang out. We haven't done this in a long time. There we go.
If you guys want to help us out with the gift goal too, just because it's been a sketchy week. So
I wonder if I'm gonna have to figure out if I can log into PayPal on my computer.
I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of I wasn't gonna complain. If you said you didn't want to do the show today, I wasn't gonna be upset about it. So
I thought I didn't want to face the wrath. I thought you and everybody else would yell at me, but that's all right.
No,
this feels comfortable. I haven't done this in so long.
So I gotta update the gift goals because
Who's this? Hey.
Hey, folks.
What's up?
I hate you both.
Thank
I
you.
hate your internet even more, though, Jay.
Jesus Christ, I hate it. I told Jen, I was like, I hate that Trump has turned me into like a conspiracy theorist. But I went out this morning and my internet wasn't working, and there was like a Cox truck right in front of my house. And like when I walked out, he looked at me and then he just drove off. And I checked with both neighbors, and neither of them had Cox at their house. And their internet is working just fine. It's only mine. Like,
are you sure they didn't
that
have
side and that's. Well, I mean, they might have. They might have had some Cox at their
There's
house.
always a Cox truck waiting outside Jay's house. This is something that we know that they're watching you, and it's from a Cox truck.
Yeah. So then I just was like all conspiratorial all morning. It was terrible. That's who
so many Cox are watching Jay. So,
bro, these new.
Have you replaced your modem? anytime recently?
I asked them to do it, and they said it looks like it's all working fine here. I'm like, remember earlier in this conversation when I called you and it wasn't working? So no, they haven't done that either. But I'm
when was the last
moving,
time you got a new one?
It's probably been a while, like maybe 2 years.
Yeah, it's about the timeline these days. Planned obsolescence is a motherfucker.
Would that affect? Because I have Ethernet, I guess the modem would affect. That's the other thing I was wondering. Like, I don't know if I have to update. There's no software update. There's no way for me to do any of that shit. I don't know how to fix that.
Yeah, modems help, and they've dramatically advanced in the last 3 years. So,
all right, well, I'll get a new modem.
Steven brought me a new router and stuff like that not too long ago because I got my spawn a phone, so I updated everything. So,
Jersey
does
Mike
your spawn get to keep the phone with her, Jen? Or is it a home phone? Like it's a phone that
no. So I have my home internet and my cell phone through the same company. So I used to have a different company for my cell phone, but when I got her a phone, I switched this over to Xfinity.
What I mean is, does she get to take it with her outside the house, or is it just
she does.
at home? Okay.
Yeah, she takes it.
Yeah. Do they make her lock it up at school?
They say they don't want it on, like she's not supposed to have it on, but I told her that just leave it on silent in her backpack because I'm not necessarily. I mean, the whole thing with schools and the drills that I never had to have. Those are. I'm not comfortable with her not being able to have a phone on. So.
Yeah, they actually implemented bags locally. My son's in elementary school still, so that that's not an issue there necessarily. Although some kids do have them, but in middle school locally and in high school, they have to put them in bags that they cannot open for the entire day.
They haven't done that. They haven't done that with her school. I mean, my kid, to be honest,
hold onto that bag. Is that how that works? The teacher just takes all their phones?
My understanding from parents that I know that have kids in middle school or high school is that they put the phone in the bag, they lock it so the kid can't have it, and then they hand it back to them for the rest of the day. Then at the end of the day, when they leave, they unlock the bag and they leave the bag at the school.
Huh.
It's bizarre. But
I'm looking at some polling now. The new poll came out for Mom Donnie after. I mean, I don't know if it's after yesterday, but it just came out today. He's like 21% or 21-point lead now in New York.
Do you chalk Mom Donnie up to the ranked choice voting that they got in New York? And I have to point out that I'm incredibly pissed at Oregon, where I live, which just voted down ranked choice with our last election.
Yeah, it definitely ranked choice not eliminates, but it mitigates the impact of money. That's what I like about ranked choice. Like, even though money might affect somebody moving to the top, the second choice, it doesn't seem like money really matters that much.
And that's what we need to do the most with elections is remove the money aspect.
Yeah, it was really clear last night. If you did you watch the debate last night?
I listened to some of it, but we went to Tron Ares, which was fucking amazing.
What's
Tron?
that?
So the movie Tron you don't know because you didn't get to watch any pop cultural things ever. Tron, it's a Jeff Bridges movies from the 80s, and they did a sequel in 2012, and then they just released this week the third one came out with Jared Leto as the main actor. Fucking amazing. And you know what? Action movie, right? We watched it in 3D. Just amazing. Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross soundtrack. Like they said, 9 Inch Nails, but it's just them. I found out, I was like, Jared Leto's got to be 40, right? And I looked it up. He's fucking 54.
Jared Leto is? Whoa.
He's 54. Anyway,
well, it's getting bad. I'm looking at
on him.
The reviews are bad. Have people been hating?
It's really raucous. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it to everybody because it's when I say an action movie, it's like a futuristic action movie. Half the scenes are action, and it's a 3D movie, so that's just kind of the way that is. But I fucking loved it, and the music was amazing.
The trailer looks cool. Huh. I don't remember. How did we get there? Why were we talking? Why did we talk about Tron?
Because Tron's fucking awesome. Oh, you said did I watch the debate last night? And I said, I was like, Tron.
Oh, yeah. I thought last night was cool because like Mamdani was a human. That's why he won that debate last night. Is he answered questions, and he acted like a human being. And the other two were just like, it was so much political speak. And I think that's what Mamdani, like maybe more than anything, like he just speaks to people as if they are human. It doesn't seem that rehearsed. It doesn't seem like he has talking points, because who would give him the talking points? It's hard to like link Mamdani to anybody else. He's been able to run as an independent, as a Democrat. Like nobody, the fact that the Democrats don't like him seems to help him.
Did you catch when was that like a right-wing organization that was doing the debate? Because they said that the DSS, the Democratic Socialist Party that Mamdani represents, that their like aim is to like undo capitalism completely or something like that. They made this like really weird claim, and Mamdani didn't really like dispute it, but he was in, like politics zone. So he was looking at the camera, kind of sticking to his messaging.
Well, look, I think it's a good answer. I think it's the right answer. When they asked him about the DSA, he was like, "Look, I'm a Democrat, right? Like I'm running as a Democrat, and I don't like that we have turned all this political, like all these, I guess like primaries into who's controlling you. It's like everybody has just accepted that everybody's being controlled because that's normally true." But yeah, he's running as a Democratic Socialist who's a Democrat. He can't push his agenda through. He's going to have to get support. And the fact that most of New York supports him says that like people are comfortable with some level of socialism. I don't know who it was that ran the debate though. I was just trying to look that up. It was chaos. That Republican dude, what's his name again? He's a psycho.
I didn't even know. I was like, who is this guy? Does he even go here?
I'm trying to remember his name. Curtis Sliwa. He was like I think they said he was like was he a Teamster? He got shot by the mafia at one point.
He looked
like
that way
5 times. He's like 50 Cent out there. He's because remember they asked him, they're like, have you ever bought anything at a dispensary? And Mamdani's like, yeah. And Cuomo, of course, because he's fucking lame. He's like, no, I never did that. And then Sid was like, yeah, after I got shot 5 times, I used medicinal marijuana.
I honestly, like, I didn't even notice him until
Guardian Angel. Sorry, Guardian Angel. I said
halfway
teasers.
Through. Like, I was like, oh, whoa, there's a third guy there.
Was he? Wait, but is he the guy? There was that video not that long ago. It happened live on Fox. It was like, I think it was during Hannity, where there was a group of people and they tackled that dude that they said was shoplifting, and they like beat the shit out of him, and then he turned out not to be a criminal or something. Do you remember that video? Oh, it's the same guy. Oh, it is the same. Oh, Jesus
That's
Christ.
Guy. Wait, I gotta look this up.
No way. That's okay. That makes sense that he would run as a Republican. Okay.
Can you put the pay links up, or are you on old school? Like
I'm old school.
Okay. Let me read some things that came through. So we got. Can you see Discord up? Do you have Discord up?
Yeah, I have Discord up,
Okay.
and
So,
I can check mine. I'll just have to go. I'll have to teacup to go to it.
Okay. So Lee on YouTube. Let's see if I'm missing any. For the new router fund. Tim sent a Venmo. Thanks, Tim and Tracy to get Peapod better internet. Maybe I'll see it. Can you make? You know what? Maybe I can make the boxes. I can probably tweak the layout. Well, maybe I can put them in my background or something.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I forget how to do things on TikTok. I've like completely moved to YouTube.
I know how to do it, but I'm not going to tell you guys because you all bully me.
No, you don't.
It's because you suck, Jay.
I'm so bad at this. It sucks so bad.
I mean, I know.
And I try really hard. I want you guys to know, like, it's not that I don't try. It feels like everything I do fucks it up more on this computer. I've only had Apple products like my whole life. And so switching to a PC has been a nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, I had to, like, I told Discord that, like, guys, it doesn't really help, like, when we're trying to deal with this shit and everyone's bitching and complaining the entire time. It doesn't help. It doesn't make things easier.
Just makes Jen mad because I don't see it anyways. So it just only makes Jen mad.
Yeah, it makes my eye twitch and it makes me want to start, like, timing people. It just makes me kind of be a little hostile. So
It reminds me of the
It's why Z-Pack thought Jen hated him.
Is he back here? He's just sensitive. I think he thought I hated him too. He's like, you ignored my messages. I was like, yeah, that's everybody. It's just what I do. I read them and then I don't respond.
Well, there's that happens. You'll get a gift will come through or something like that, and you will legit read it to yourself, but not out loud.
Yeah. I don't think I was made to have like a lot of friends. I get too distracted. So the more people that message me, the less likely I am to respond to anything. I just get overwhelmed and put my phone down. Am I supposed to read something on Discord?
Bombard Jay with messages. Everybody.
No, I was just asking if it was up. No, I think I read.
You read Tracy's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
Let me teacup real quick and see if there's anything that came through.
Do you have another
Jay
phone?
out of context. Jay out of context.
Probably. What did he say?
Teacup. Sorry.
Is that not something I'm not familiar with? I don't know.
I mean, it could be.
Very possible.
I don't know. I'm just fucking with you guys.
I mean, Jay says certain things not intending to, so.
Well, I mean, it's all the Coxmans outside.
Sully's a sexy bitch, and I love Boston. What Sully wanted me to say.
W. Sully.
And then Jamie said, "Happy Friday." Thanks, Jamie. All
Do you
right,
have
Ben.
another phone? Like, another device?
I tried to pull up my other phone, and it's making me like I forgot that I reset it, so I have to set it up again because it's an iPhone, and I haven't done that. So, I have an iPad.
Yeah, grab your iPad.
I forgot I had an iPad.
Because you don't want to keep pausing the stream because on YouTube I don't think the audio goes through when you pause.
it? Oh, if you guys are talking, that's right.
Yeah,
All right, I bet this iPad.
Oh yeah.
that's a thing. So
Benny, what's new, man?
Oh, dude, I was just gonna ask you, have you seen the video of Mitch McConnell falling?
Oh. It's sad. Yeah, it made
is
me a little
sad.
sad. Yeah,
It is.
I couldn't even laugh at it. It was just sad.
Like that scared look he gives the camera when he gets up, and then he makes some weird noise. Ugh.
You could tell before he fell that he was worried about falling. Like he was really inching along.
Yeah, I mean, this is why we shouldn't have octogenarians as our leaders.
Yeah, you never know. At that age, you could just die any day. I mean, I guess you could anyways, but your chances are higher.
Join.
And he yelled at again.
I didn't mean to join.
Tell us about your debate last night.
Don't lie.
What?
I heard your debate went really well last night.
I think it just went really poorly for her.
What happened? Tell me about it.
We spent 26 minutes talking about whether or not we will use data or our own world experience to decide what is true. And then 27 minutes in, we started the topics and she kicked me at 34 minutes.
What were the topics? For you guys that don't know, Ash dated.
I did not date her. Yeah, she rejected me.
Debated
the best
pearly
part
things.
was when Ash did the passive aggressive. You want to say what you said?
Sorry, let me not eat. See, I was eating lasagna. You mean when I told her she was a badass feminist?
Basically, yeah.
You told her. Why'd you say that?
Well, because we were talking about like so the topics were traditional gender roles benefit men more than women. That sexism still shapes pink collar and blue collar jobs, and then the other one was I think like men, women don't have it easier in society or something like that. so we started to talk about the topics, and I just said, oh, by the way, I was like, you really like rock a feminist lifestyle. I was like, you're educated, you went to college, like you're single, you don't have any kids, you're just entering your 30s, like you got your bag. I was like, you like, honestly, I was like, I wish. And then she was like, are you jealous? And I was like, yeah, man. I was like, I had to wrangle my kid before this. Like, I was like,
And then she was kicked less than 5 minutes later.
and that like frazzled the fuck out of her. But she just, I was trying to talk about data and sources, and she just kept muting me. You can watch it.
Was it just you?
Yeah, it was just me and her.
And then what'd she do after she kicked you? Just called it a day?
Yeah, no, she stayed on afterwards and complained a little bit. And she said, I have woman fatigue. She said, I try with these women. She said, and people say, why don't you just go back and forth? And she's like, because all it is source after source after source after source. She was like, I just wanted to have a good faith conversation. I'm like, so she was like, if you were a cop and you were only arresting black people, and then I showed you data that said white people actually commit more crimes, like, what would you think? And I was like, that I'm probably racist. And she was like, oh, I would just think that the study's full of shit. I was like, okay, well, I was like, yeah, I was like, or maybe that cop's just like really good at finding black criminals. That's probably like what we'd say, right? And then
What was this? Oh, go ahead.
And then she kicked me shortly after.
What was this? Was it on YouTube?
No.
I'm going to her Twitter. I don't see where
it's on her YouTube, but I streamed it to my TikTok because when she muted me, you guys could still hear me. That's what I wanted. So my version that I put on YouTube has me still speaking when she mutes me. So her YouTube is not going to have me speaking when she mutes me, but the one I sent you will. And the one I put in my sister will.
Amanda, I think I see her. Do you know how to make Jay the big box so that's one large box on the left hand side and
It's fine
else?
like this. This is fine.
I want the bigger box.
Walker, buddy, no.
Out of context.
Sure. So the people that are
I know how to
asking-
do it, but I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to tell you also.
Ash, I was gonna say, like, could you have just told her, like, what if my personal experience is that the studies are usually correct?
Well, I was trying to, and I wanted to I did, because I told her that, like, I had a really great birth experience and pregnancy and my outcome and blah, 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 and that I work in maternal health and we work and we give really exceptional care. So we have like really good outcomes that are different from the national outcomes. So I was like, so my worldview says that like here and like what I see or our patients here, this is what they see. But then if you take that data and you look at the national data, you can say that like, you know, the experience here is not the same as everybody else's experience. Yeah, so I don't know.
I'm reading through the comments.
This is wild.
They're pretty funny.
Yeah, and then she told everybody I lived in my parents' house in my parents' basement. I was like, no, I'm in my parents' basement using my parents' basement, but I have my own house. And then she said she could beat me up.
She probably could beat you up. She's tall.
Because she's an athlete.
She's got reach.
She was a college athlete.
She was an athlete? Was she? Never mind.
Wait, I was an athlete.
What were you an athlete at, Ashley? What did you do?
What do you mean? Wait. Well, I played softball, soccer, swimming, and I tumbled.
In college?
I also played tennis.
In college?
No, not in college. In college, I played flag football and softball on co-ed teams. I was not a collegiate athlete, okay? I'm also not a fighter. I'm a lover, so if she wanted to beat me up, I would just probably try to hug her and make out with her if she tried to beat me up.
That's gross, honestly.
Do you think, let me ask you this. Let me ask you a question. If somebody started to beat you up, do you think that you could get charged with sexual harassment if you just started to like make out with them?
I don't think so. See, that's a good
question, honestly.
That would probably be my tactic, right? Like if
What were you
somebody
saying,
started to like be, oh yeah, sorry, Benny, my bad.
Oh, I was just saying, I don't think so. Like, that's a good point. I've thought about that myself.
Just like start making out. Somebody said I'd pay.
Illusion of choice. Yeah. For those of you who don't know Benny, who's in the audience right now. Benny is the angel on the shoulder to Jen's devil on the shoulder, and an amazing human being. Just FYI.
Yeah, Benny's sweet and nice and all that. So, and I'm not. So Lisa Lee on YouTube, also for the new router.
Oh, thank you.
So what's happening right now? Because I didn't mean to join, but I want to share that I always watch you on Twitch and I don't follow anybody. So whenever you're live, I can just open Twitch and you'll automatically be the first one. And I just click. And so I did that about 20 minutes ago. And I was like, why is he showing so much Don Lemon? And then I realized I've just been watching Don Lemon 20 minutes. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, this has nothing to do. And I was like, where's... So I literally just watched Don Lemon for 20 fucking minutes and then didn't realize I wasn't even watching your channel. And then I'm like, what is going on? So then that's why I got on here and I accidentally requested, like always. So
You know what they say, when life gives you Don Lemons, you make Don Lemonade.
Don Lemonade. And who was he talking to? I didn't even know. I was like, he was interviewing somebody.
Oh, I know what I can do.
Trump's in with Zelensky. I didn't know that. So part of the show was I was going to show this clip from Trump's his IVF announcement yesterday, and in that IVF announcement, he said he's the only president that's ever ended a war, which I thought like he must have misspoke, and then he did it. I guess he did it today. He said we've never had a president that solved one war.
What?
Yeah, he said it in the IVF thing. We might cover it on Monday. Did any of you guys watch that yesterday by chance?
I missed that.
It was fucking insane. So Trump called this. They had this announcement, and it starts with Katie Britt, like crying because that's what she does, and speaking eloquently about how Donald Trump is saving families in America and how no president has ever done anything for IVF except for him. But the whole announcement was there's a company that is going to sell their IVF drug to the TrumpRx.gov, and you won't be able to get it through insurance, and it's going to be between 20 and 40% cheaper than the current IVF drugs. But again, it won't be purchasable through insurance. And then they're like, in order to make this available to everybody, we're also announcing today that companies are going to be able to sell IVF insurance. So you can get insurance in case someday you need IVF. And then they all celebrated him like he's the world.
I saw, and I thought about sending it to, I don't know, was it this morning? Trump had said he was going to do, what's it called? Ozempic.
Yeah. That was part of it. Yeah.
And then Dr. Oz comes in and says, we haven't negotiated that yet. And Trump says, but we're gonna.
Yeah. Trump announced it at the beginning. We're also taking, I can't remember what he said. He didn't say GLP, but he's like, Ozempic. We've also cut down the price for Ozempic. And then when Oz was up there, like, so what's the new price for Ozempic? He's like, we actually haven't even started negotiating that. And Trump freaked out. He's like, no, but we will. I promise. We're going to do it. It's going to be 800, 600, 400, 1200% less. Somebody's got some background noise.
Hey guys, this is Dirt Food here. This is my first time ever on a live, but I just wanted to come in and express my mad and visceral love for you and what you do.
Thank you. What is dirt? What's Dirt Food?
What is Dirt Food? So we have an alkalizing additive that we make to put in coffee to turn it from acidic to alkaline. It is.
Why would you want to do that?
Because coffee is so acidic. So what sucks about coffee is the only thing that sucks about coffee is the acidity, because coffee is pure magic. But it's hard on our gut when it hits our stomach first thing in the morning, because our stomach is so acidic. So when you add acid to acid, it just creates a lot of chaos, disruption, a lot of issues. But when
Honestly,
it's alkaline first thing in the morning, yeah,
honestly, that's kind of based.
Yeah, it's so I created it when I was going through a cancer fight, and I needed to be on an alkaline diet. I just didn't want to give up my coffee. So I love it for that. But it's also anti-inflammatory, antioxidant rich. It's got 135 milligrams of magnesium. it's pretty exceptional. It got me through my fight, and now we ended up sticking a label on it and selling it, and now we're growing pretty quickly. What's more fun is we take the dirt, we call it dirt because it looks like dirt. We take that and we make these granola donut holes, and they're called dirty balls. And we have been sending them to people that are using their voice, like Jimmy Kimmel, like Stephen Colbert, like Jay, you're about to get a bag.
I'm about to get some dirty balls. That's
you're
what I
about
was
to get some
hoping for
dirty
this
balls.
weekend.
You don't have to send me any, I think.
No, they're like crazy ridiculous. They taste like peanut butter churro granola donut holes. There's 8 grams of plant-based protein in them, and they're gluten-free, sugar-free, or processed sugar-free. And
I'm excited about this.
Will it lessen like the coffee shits that you get from that? Like, does that help?
so it does lessen the coffee shits. Unfortunately, I mean, coffee is still a diuretic in itself, but because of it's just made of 16 superfood and plant and mineral base, so it's just superfoods and minerals. So it gives you what you need when coffee strips everything else. So during that sip, while coffee is taking away your magnesium and is giving you the shits, it replenishes all that while you're drinking it. So it's pretty incredible.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
I love coffee.
The ivermectin I took during COVID, really, that sounds like it's amazing.
Yeah, whoever's on here, just DM me. I'll send you a discount code and get you a bunch of dirt.
Hey, Jay, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, dear, I apologize. I want to go back real quick, though, to this IVF announcement. Like, the entire time, all I was thinking was, is nobody paying attention to the fact that this Roe v. Wade abolishment, that puts people in opposition to a lot of the smishmortion bans around the country, because IVF is illegal in some areas because they're basing it off of, what is that, immediate conception.
Yeah.
So, and now he's doing IVF, and it's like they were irregularly targeting families that were trying to use IVF, and they were hauled up within that. And now all of a sudden he's like, hey, I'm great.
Yeah, and this doesn't solve. He was asked about that, and he didn't have an answer because he doesn't understand any of it.
Oh, really?
Moron. They asked him. They said that there's been people have been critical of this from the right who believe that this is that this should. And I don't remember what he said. I have the clip, but I can't play it. I'll play it probably on Monday. But he said it was something like, "Well, this is just the way it is." Like, he has no idea. But
Absolutely
it's gonna cause problems. And this is nothing. The person who announced it was the CEO of the company.
Yeah.
And she did like an infomercial. You saw it. She did like this infomercial on how great they were. I was fishing. I was laughing out loud listening to it. I wasn't watching it. It was in my pocket. I was audibly laughing.
That made it worse was letting RFK talk.
That was great. It's an RFK. Yeah, RFK.
Like, what?
You're fixing fertility. It's like,
Oh,
dude,
yeah,
what the
I
fuck
caught
are
that
you
part.
talking about?
Ugh.
Yeah, it was horrific.
That was just so painful. Like, it was bad enough having to listen to Trump himself, but then you add in RFK. It's, oh my God.
It's a tough watch.
When was this?
Yesterday.
Oh, okay. I haven't watched it. Didn't they, whenever that, when the whole thing happened, like early last year, about the fertility, the person who wandered in and dropped what was that? What state was that? Alabama? Where that happened, and then it went to they made exception. At first, everybody was freaked out about the IVF clinics, but then they wrote exceptions in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Alabama. That's why Katie Britt is on the stage here. This was like her solution to all of this, is that they were going to have this new thing that you can buy but can't buy through insurance, and then you can get it separate insurance for it.
Okay, I'm gonna go watch it.
Yeah.
The Katie Britt part it's tough to watch. Like,
dude, she's the one.
If anybody's more. Real quick, if anybody's Mormon, they know like the Relief Society voice. It's what do you guys call it? What's the voice? Fundy, the Fundy voice. But the way she talks about Trump, like he just solved world hunger, and one, he didn't know what he just announced, and two, what he announced was that you can pay for IVF, and if you can't pay for it, you can get insurance, which I'm pretty sure, like Care Credit maybe probably already does that. I'm sure there was already insurance for it, but
Yeah.
it was so stupid.
Hey, Jay, I know that things are unorthodox today. We're kind of treating this all as Friendly Friday.
Yeah.
Hey, so I've been dying for like 2 weeks. I went to a wedding and ended up having dinner with friends, and another random friend was there, like a new friend, I should say. Like I met the guy that night, and we're like so the same. And he told this joke, and my friend was like, "Oh God, you're gonna tell this again?" And I was like, first of all, I'm going to tell you about this podcast I listened to. And then second of all, I'm going to tell this joke to the community. So here you go. You know E.T., right? Did you know that Reese's Pieces were his favorite candy?
I didn't know that.
No. Did you know why?
No.
Because that's what cum tastes like on this planet. I know. It's the absolute worst, but it was the funniest thing in the world to me. So I just keep
Wait, what? No, I don't get this joke. What the fuck is that? I don't get it at all.
I think that's the point.
That's the point?
I think that's the point. Is that it's just that. Yeah, I think that's the point.
Like
Say
I was
E.T.'s a little,
All right.
I just watched E.T. the night before last with my family, and Francois, you've ruined it. Thank you.
It'll never be the same for any of us. I couldn't live alone.
You might be surprised to know I've never seen E.T.
Stop it.
Never.
It freaks me out.
But do you know what cum tastes like?
You'll never look at that E.T. finger the same again.
Because they don't taste like Reese's Pieces, just to be clear.
Well, not on this planet.
Oh, I remember why we stopped doing this now.
Or it's me. I can go.
I think it's
just me.
She's not wrong. I mean,
I do not know what it tastes like. I know what it smells like. if
Not
that
even
helps
like
at all.
visually. You know what it smells like when it gets in their hair? I know.
No, like the fellas know that. Well, maybe you don't, because I don't know. I think Mormons potentially have way more wet dreams than everybody else, because like it's a pretty big sin to masturbate. But basically the entire time I was a Mormon missionary, I was just having wet dreams, and you wake up, you never forget that smell. And then we have the trees here that
there's the
smell like it.
waterboarding thing again.
I forget what those trees are called. Where's my Arizona people? There's a tree here that when it blooms, it smells like semen.
The Bradford pear trees. I had 2 Bradford pear trees in my front yard in my like mid-20s, and I don't recall that smell. But I might have to go sniff some Bradford pear trees and see like if it brings back any memories.
Wait, Dirtford, are you Mama Blunt? Oh, gone. What? Did I just unmask them?
Wait,
And
what
then
kind of
Dirtford's gone?
trees are Bradford pear trees? Are they cumniferous trees?
Jeez.
They're comfurious. Comfurious trees.
All right, that's what I thought.
I'm gonna die.
Where did Dirt Food go? We lost Dirt Food? I think that's Mama Blunt. Oh, we're back. Let's see. Let me do this. There we go.
I can't believe everybody missed my joke when I said that her food that removes acidity is based.
I know I got that.
Got it, but I was muted.
I got it. I was muted too.
All right.
That's awesome.
I don't get that
Jay
joke.
then? Just Jay didn't
Is
get
that a
it.
science joke?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bases and acids are
Literally
opposites of one
based.
another.
I just thought you were using like teen lingo saying based.
That's
Well,
why
yeah,
it was
that's-
even that
yeah.
so much better.
It was a
No, that was good. Yeah,
That's
I got
why
it
it was
good.
so much better.
Wait, hold
And
on.
Jay,
real quick.
yes,
Is this Mama Blunt?
yes, it is.
Oh, this is Courtney's mom, guys. For those that are
Yeah.
Discord. Oh, hey. How's life?
Life is great. I'm a grandma.
Oh, that's
Congrats.
right.
Yeah, thank you. Courtney did that.
Except for across the country. That's brutal.
It is brutal. She's in DC. I'm in San Diego.
Who's going to win
Life
that
is
battle?
tough.
Are you going to DC or is she coming to San Diego?
Well, I've been there a few times. She's come out a few times as well. It's just now that we've got, no air traffic control, and it's a scary time to travel.
It's more fun though. Like when you hit turbulence, you're like, uh-oh.
True. I'm looking at train schedules. I'm looking at any other possible way that I can travel right now, but I think I might just suck it up and jump on a plane.
All right. I'm going to go to DC sometime soon. I need to get out there.
Yeah, I'll come.
Were you on a
scoop
carpool?
We'll use the dirt food jet. I'll come grab you.
Yeah. All right. Well, I just want to make sure that was you. I didn't realize that for a second.
Yeah.
Dirt food. What exactly is a cum scoop? Sorry.
What?
Oh, that's the wrong dirt food. Sorry.
I'm so sorry. I can't control any of this. I can't control
I
any
like
of
that
it.
he muted immediately. He was like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry."
I'm a grandma.
Yeah, that's right. What are you guys
Changes
doing?
nothing.
Changes nothing.
I'm a grandma too, but I don't have any grandkids. I just wear cardigans and do crossword puzzles and Lifetime movies.
I'm just out here looking for a grandpa.
I am looking.
Is anybody interested? Do you want us? We could change the whole structure here. We could just do some speed dating.
Oh, I'm tired of being single,
No,
so
thanks.
go for it.
There you go. No?
Actually,
Are you single?
Have you done speed dating before?
No.
It'd be fun to do.
I heard all you do at speed dating is just tell jokes, right?
Yeah, you should lead with the ET one. That's
Absolutely. I think that's my introduction to everyone from now
Don't
on.
tell him that.
I probably would lead with.
Don't listen. I'm trying to help him find his person. And
Exactly.
He might strike out a lot, but that one person who loves it.
Yes.
Love his first
That's
joke.
a good point. That's a good point. Oslo, I came up because I wanted to tell you, I just saw your video on the raps.
Oh yeah, it's awful.
Oh my God. That was a really well done video. I didn't know about that, but that really upset me. I saw that this morning, and that we're using that in with ICE and to torture people. And I think
yes.
20 people they've used that on when they asked for an attorney.
Wait, can somebody describe what raps?
Yeah. Okay. So it's gonna bring the conversation down, but I promise we'll get back to cum jokes soon. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Just store it up. Just store it up.
So ICE. So starting in 2015. So this company. There's a company that makes something called the wrap, and it's basically like it wraps around your legs, and then you get handcuffed to it, and it confines your legs and your part of your upper body, but not your total upper body. But then they also put like either a helmet or sometimes like hoodie type breathable bags over the person's head. And law enforcement has been using it for a long time for erratic people. It's designed for people who are either a danger to officers or a danger to themselves. So in 2015, ICE bought a few wraps for such a purpose, for erratic people who are a danger to themselves or the officers trying to detain them. However, since then, ICE has gone a little crazy with the wraps, and 91% of all the total purchases of the wraps have been under the Trump presidency. And what's different about it now is it's not just being used on people who are a danger. It's being used in a punitive measure. There's cases of people in wraps. And let me tell you, like, they wrap your legs up. It's like tight, it's like a straitjacket for half of your body. There's reports of people who have been wrapped on flights for up to 16 hours. There are reports of people who got wrapped who were already restrained with handcuffs, not a danger, who have been wrapped because they asked to speak to their attorney. The AP did an article about this a couple days ago. That's what started my deep dive on it. It's pretty awful. Under police custody, so not ICE, up to 12 people in America have been unalived because of the wraps.
Okay.
I think
And the
is this
last
a
thing I want to
picture
say, the last thing I have to say is
Yes.
that against federal law, ICE is not reporting every time they use the wrap right now under this Trump administration. They're going against federal law by not reporting their use of the wrap. So we actually don't know how many people have been used and what in all the totality of the injuries. But there are, if my numbers are correct, I think 7 known by eyewitnesses injuries of concussions, bones broken, and jaws dislocated.
Hey, Oslo, is this a correct picture of what you're referring to? Because I saw
Yes.
this morning.
Yes, that's the wrap.
Okay, well, I just sent it to you, Jay, if you want to show it. I don't know if you want to do, but I
You
wanted
sent
to
it on Discord?
I did. I'm going to take it off mine if you want to show it.
I don't know how to do this. You should send it to Jen.
It's actually supposed to be related to like a 13th century like torture device.
Hold on real quick. Ash, just leave it up and I'll expand your...
There it is.
So I used to work at a county jail, and I used to do admissions where people would come in, like I'm talking like schmurderers, grapists, all of the bad people. We also worked with ICE, but I have never seen even like a schmurderer in something like that. Even like somebody that's on like, Angel DUST, like going wild.
Yeah.
We had like a chair that they would strap you down in, and then they'd put like a spit hood on you, and that's what this guy's wearing. But I've never seen something like that. And yeah, it was very, very rare, and you would have to report it.
Yes.
Like you would have to write down like a multi-paragraph report on why it was being used, who it was being used on, who was involved, what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not doing that. And see how it's not just the lower half.
Are you guys sure? Are you sure they're not reporting it? That doesn't seem on brand. Are you sure that they're not being transparent about this?
Oh, well,
Somebody
they're the most
double-check it.
transparent administration ever.
I doubt they are reporting it because this would fall under cruel and unusual punishment, if you ask me.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
that's wild.
And
Right, and I go into this. There's 5 Supreme Court cases that I quote in my video that all cover this. One of which I can't remember, something v. Mellon forbids the use of such restraints for some detainees like this. So
Is it MEMILLEN?
it's MELIN. I think I have it all written down on my script.
Oh,
If you want me
Supreme
to go
Court
grab it.
versus Millen, or Sveen versus
It
Millen?
wasn't Supreme Court. It was it didn't.
No, that's not it.
The Supreme Court refused to take it, so the lower court served. I don't remember. Is it maybe Maryland or Massachusetts? But it was a federal court that which their lower court ruling stood. Does that make sense?
Yeah, this is another one of those things that like Trump's going to cost us so much money that we were going to cover it again today. I don't know if we'll get to it, but that guy that like sings in the raspy voice that sings those like parody songs at ICE that got arrested recently.
yeah.
He's suing the government for 20 million, and he's probably going to win.
Yeah.
Like it's irrefutable that he wasn't breaking the law. They said he crossed this blue line, but then he had a camera crew, and it shows that he's not across the blue line. They just come and drag him across it. The amount of lawsuits and the amount of people going to jail after this is going to be alarming, and it's going to be so fucking annoying to hear the Republicans be like, "You guys are picking on us again. This is weaponized Department of Justice," as they all go down.
Yeah.
And then the next Republican president will just come in and pardon them, I guess.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
I would like to see. Hold on real fast. Hannah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Hold on, Rox, really fast. Hannah, if you want to come up and actually talk, because you come in the comments and you just chirp nonstop. So if you want to come up, we can talk about this.
We'll clear the panel for you, Hannah.
Yep, I'll drop at any time. You can pick me if you need to.
We all shall.
I'll
come
drop
back.
to you, but then the attractiveness level will significantly.
true.
I was going to say, you know what, Oslo, I was getting hot while you were up here. So, But no, by the way, every day Jay says something about someone not wanting him to use the word bitch anymore. But Jay, I've been writing in the comments, you need to say chode. Bring back the word chode. Start calling them chode. It's the scrotum sack.
I don't know if he knows that. Did you see the look on his face?
Watch
No, I know.
Tenacious
No, I know what
D.
it is. I know.
Call
that
them
one.
chodes.
The thing is like what I'm trying to do by just to be clear, the reason I call them pussies and bitches is because those are the words that they don't want to hear. Those are the ones that offend them the most.
I know.
could use accurate language, but they wouldn't care. So I want to use the language to them that they use.
Micro.
That is most offensive.
Micro.
Yeah. Micro. Yeah.
Also,
I know people don't
Mushroom
like it that
tip.
much sometimes, but
the word
it works.
pussy really comes from like pussification. Like before it was a name for like a vagina, it actually does mean like weak and feeble-minded. So like,
That's crazy.
Ooh, I love it
yeah,
though.
'cause it does, because if like pussification,
Oh no! When she
Is
said
like
that
the thing.
that the word "pussy" comes from, thought she was going to say manual stimulation.
it does.
The other thing I always want to ask you, because we're both ex-recovered Mormons, right? Or I don't know
Yeah.
how recovered you are, but I'm recovered Mormon.
Yeah, X for sure, but yeah.
Yeah. How many brothers and sisters do you have?
So I was adopted, and I have a brother and a sister. They were adopted too. My mom was unable to have children, so I just have a. But then I know my biological family, and I've got 2 brothers and two like half brothers and 2 half sisters, and a half brother who passed away before I got to know them all.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. No, the only reason I ask is I'm number 5 of 8, and how funny you are when you start doing your impressions, or you start I'll be washing my dishes and had just taken a drink of coffee or something and spit because I laugh so hard. I can't even tell you. And you can't see it in the text so much how funny you are. But if we could tell you in person, you crack me the fuck up. And so I always thought, well, maybe he's from a big family. And that's why you're so you're like showman. You know what I
don't
mean?
know. First of all, thank you. That was very nice. My family doesn't think I'm funny at all. You're
hilarious.
They never thought I was funny.
Dude, you tickle a bone on me, not my elbow. I don't know where it is. But it's in my chest somewhere.
I probably can't find it.
And I
either.
laugh. Not that bone. I've been with somebody for 18 years. He doesn't get to tickle that bone. But no, he makes me laugh so hard that not a lot of people on TikTok can get me there. You know what I mean? With the laughter. And when we're talking about, and I'm talking about laughter.
Yeah.
And you're talking about such serious things. And to make people laugh when you're talking about the most horrific things going on in our media right now, or in our daily news, I swear to God, dude, you have a talent. You have a talent. Yeah, fuck yeah.
That's nice.
That's why I'm here all the time.
I will say it's because your family didn't think you're funny.
Probably. Yeah.
You kept trying and trying and trying and trying, and they were like, nah.
Yeah, I can't tell you how little my family thinks I'm funny. They don't laugh at my jokes at all. But weirdly enough, the family that like my biological family, in fact, my mom just wrote something beautiful for a writing class, and she sent it to me about like how we met, I guess just the first time we talked. But one of the things weird, I have a brother that's 10 years younger than me, but we have the exact same birthday. And when I first met them, there were multiple times he and I told the same joke, like at the same time. Our sense of humor is all the same. It's really dark. It's shocking. I'm always like a little nervous if people are going to meet my family, because like the goal when that family, the biological family, gets around each other is to just like say the worst things possible. And so I'm always nervous, but I think a lot of that stuff is biological. It's interesting to meet like your biological family and then see how similar you are. And that's the same with my brother, my oldest brother. Once we met his family, like I grew up in Utah County, which isn't like rural, but I lived in a town where like we had bigger lots. Some people had horses, but it was like upper middle class. And my brother, my oldest brother, like dropped out of school when he was like 14. He was like chain smoking. He had Harley Davidson tattoos. We still haven't figured that out. Why he got really into rodeo, and like he would go out and he would just like disappear for 3 or 4 days and like live in the mountains and come back with a bunch of things he made with his hands. Really, really impressive. But we're like, how did he become that way? And then we met his family, and they were all exactly like that. And then I met my sister's family, and they're all exactly like her. It's interesting how much like biology plays with who you are.
Hey Jay, somebody in the chat asked about your bio family if they're MAGA.
Yeah. No, in fact, that was one of. Let me read. I'll read some of this actually. I'll share some of it. My mom wrote this, and so I didn't know this perspective until she.
This is your bio mom wrote it.
My bio mom, who I'm very close with. She's probably here.
Really?
She's probably here right
Hey,
now.
Mom.
Hey, bio mom.
Juju, are you here? She'll raise her hand if she's here. I think she was here earlier. I don't know. Let me see. I don't know what my password is. Son of a bitch. You guys might be surprised that I don't know the password to my email.
That one's not on.
You don't have this one, yeah.
So, real quick, Jen, first of all, people were asking about your PFP. Is that you this year?
It's a AI enhancement, but it used a picture of my face to make it. So yeah.
I love it.
Perfect. Oslo, do you know about Yelmo?
Oh, I've seen, people tag me in their videos all the time.
I see team up in your future. And then lastly, Jen, just a few seconds. There is one paragraph I'd like to read. Katie Cat, and this is what I was being patient for. I was looking into the etymology of pusillanimous. Katie Cat says the origin of calling somebody a pussy is from pusillanimous. Can I read that real quick before I go?
Please.
So pusillanimous, timid, lacking strength and firmness of mind, from late Latin pusillanimous, having little courage, used in church Latin to translate Greek, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that, small-souled, from Latin pusilus, very weak, little, diminutive of pulus, young animal, from pi, root, pow, few or little. And then this is what I'm bringing it around to myself here, because animus, spirit, courage. And it's from, it looks like it is actually the origin of calling somebody a pussy. So that's
pretty
fucking
accurate,
amazing.
too.
I'm huge into etymology. So thank you very much for having me. Jen, I hate you. Jay, learn some fucking internet technology. Come on, man. All right.
Well,
And
let me
Roxy,
tell you
hey.
about just barely when I was trying to do what you did and look up the origins of calling people pussy, and then I got distracted, so I looked at my search and I actually just searched. All I searched was pussy on Google. I'm like, and if you search that, I promise you're not getting the etymology of that. I just looked at my computer. I was like, oh no, that's not good.
And on that note, I'm out.
You're gonna get red tube.
That must have been what I did too. Oh darn.
It's not
Benny?
because you guys know in Arizona you
Hold
have to
on.
have a. Oh,
Benny,
sorry.
What's up?
will you check Discord?
Oh, yep.
Okay, go
In
ahead.
Arizona now you have to do that ID thing if you want to consume adult content. So I learned how to use a VPN.
Oh gosh.
So there's the technology learning. Take that.
Wait, what are you talking about?
In Arizona, if you go to an adult site, it requires you have to take a picture of your ID now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, for real. It's crazy. I didn't know that.
Weird. Arizona, is that conservative?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I thought you guys were a pretty purple state.
That's also
That's at night.
That's also like the worst time to be making good decisions. You're like, oh shit, well, all right, gotta go get my ID. Like you're kind of in a
At
rush. Like,
nighttime.
that's not a good.
No.
Arizona's
No, our
hanging
state-
loofahs on their doorknobs at night.
Our state government's really conservative. It's not very representative of the population. Like all the blue stuff is my county, Maricopa County, and then down in Tucson, and then the whole rest of the state. If you've been to Arizona, there's just like you have Phoenix, there's Tucson, and then just like small towns everywhere. There's no other real big cities. I guess you go to Flagstaff, but it's really, really red. So our state government's very red.
All of my 64 Mormon cousins,
Jesus.
I'm not even kidding you. We all were brought up in Los Angeles. My family moved to Oregon, but all of them, I swear to God, all brothers and sisters of my mom and all each of their kids went to Scottsdale, Arizona. They probably, you know what I mean? They probably own half the, and you
Did
know,
they go to
that
school there? Why'd they go to Scottsdale?
I don't know. You know, they all moved because California was getting pretty expensive.
Oh.
And so Arizona was pretty cheap like 30 years ago. So all of them were able to go and buy really great houses, and they would travel back to LA to work. So a husband would work in LA 4 days of the week and then come back on the weekends.
Yeah, I have some friends that they're pilots and they're based out of LA and they live here. It's a normal thing.
It is cheap, but I call them the momos. The momos. And the only reason, okay, so we went to California. My kids are 30 and 27. But when they were teenagers, 14 and I want to say 11, we went to California. My dad's side is Catholic and my mom's side is Mormon. And we went to go do family reunion with both sides. My kids started calling the Mormons momos because they were so boring. And they're like, no, do we have to go and hang out with the momos? They wanted to be around the Catholics where people are drinking a beer and having a cigarette or whatever, and like putting dance music on and dancing in the backyard. The momos were like boring, stoic. I call it stoic, but anyhow.
That's a nice way to say it.
Your letter, Jay.
What's that?
Your letter.
Hold on. So Gmar sent a Cash App. I'll come through after I play Ultimate Frisbee on Sunday. I promise my balls will be dirty.
Gross.
So I'm going to add, we still have a gift goal. The internet's just been really dumb today. So pay links are up there. If you guys can help out with the gift goal, that would be dope.
Trying to log into I can't log into, give me 1 second. It's going to go quiet. Sorry, YouTube. You're not going to hear audio for a second. Everybody else on TikTok can keep talking.
I want to make sure we give Dolphins here. I don't know if Roxy got to say more what she wanted to say. So just want to make sure everyone gets a chance to speak.
I was just going to make a comment about the governors making sure that these ICE agents are unmasked, like Newsom is doing. I would like to see more blue governors doing that.
I think they need to do more and push the police to do more as well, though, because it's getting crazy. In Chicago, there was a police officer that was arrested because they told him that they didn't think he was a legal resident.
You got to be kidding me. They arrested a police officer?
Yeah, I don't have an article with me right this second so that I could give you details. I've like in Illinois, I keep just getting notification after notification of sightings, and whether it's on Reddit, Instagram, Facebook, actual text messages, they're all over. Like it obviously it's not anywhere that's rural still, but they are just like all over, especially in the suburbs.
Yeah, there's a lot of scary videos coming out of Chicago.
Oh, yeah. The one that I watched this morning was a Latino guy that was walking to his cousin's house, and he saw a car that went by. He said that he'd seen it go by, pulled out his phone, started recording. 4 masked ICE, quote unquote, ICE agents hop out, say, "Don't run, don't run. Who are you? Are you a legal citizen?" And then they grab him, throw him in the back of a car right across the street from his cousin's house. And then they're like, "Who are you?" Like, they don't even know who he is, what his name is. And then they are, in my opinion, assaulting him. And then when they find out that he's a legal resident, they dropped him off almost half a mile away. And fortunately, because his cousin had Ring cameras and other cameras, they saw what happened. And when they drove off, they hopped in the car to try and find them, and randomly found him walking back half a mile away from wherever he was originally at.
These people need to be held accountable.
I had that one on the outline today. Yeah. That video is wild. He like, the dude that gets attacked, he's kind of laughing. Like, he clearly doesn't think they're going to come get him.
Yeah.
Like, they pull over and he's like, "I got cameras."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Fuck it." And they just take him down.
Yeah.
It's wild to see.
Yeah.
Hey,
Did you see the ICE guy that got busted for DUI with driving with his kids?
Yes. Literally just saw that right now.
Same.
Yeah.
Hey guys, not on ice, but my friend, the Corletariat up here, has some breaking news that I think is pretty fresh.
Hey, well, I haven't had the pleasure of meeting RTP, even though I've watched for a while.
Hey.
Some of y'all may know me from elsewhere. I work for the Department of Health and Human Services in Pennsylvania. I tend to float around this app helping people with social program stuff. I just got an email about an hour ago at this point informing me from our director that SNAP is now frozen effective yesterday nationally. This impacts 42 million Americans. It will be frozen until the shutdown ends. Currently, we're not even able to process new applications. We're not able to process one-time issuances. We're not able to do anything. I am being very abnormal because Asla knows me, knows that right now I am in a rage. So it is taking me a lot of effort to remain this calm talking about this because like I am full of righteous fury at the moment because
Understandable.
This is where I point out to folks. The average person, when they cast their vote, they get to walk away. They don't have to deal with the ramifications of that vote. I know that once people start not getting their SNAP, me and people like me's phones are going to start ringing off the hook. We are going to have to hear every nightmare phone call, every panicked mother, every panicked elderly person, every single piece of panic is about to be pointed at me and people like me, and there's nothing we can do.
I'm just reading. I'm seeing the letter. It's on Twitter now.
Holy shit.
Were you on
That's so scary.
I think, can we just say
That's so scary.
real quick, I think it's important to also say that like it's a fucking choice. This isn't like SNAP ran out of money.
Yeah.
And so they had, this is a choice. They're choosing to fund other
RTP,
things.
The official USDA statement is that the coffers currently have 6.1 billion left, which is why they can't fund the states. And SNAP costs 8.1 billion a month to run. Where I take issue with this is we just gave $40 billion to another country that would have funded the SNAP program for 5 months.
This is one of those things that like you said, will impact a lot of people, but I think that should be front and center from everybody. Like they do not care about poor people. There's probably going to be people that I mean, likely there could be some people if they don't get help that can die. Mm-hmm. And
I've already
which is
had to
exactly
file,
what we said about Project 2025 from the very beginning, that people will suffer at the utmost. And now we're literally at a terrible precipice of like, rather than inching towards it, we're going to push people over that brink.
To answer the concerned question in chat, the balance on your card you can still use. The freeze is for a new benefit. So, like, if you apply today, I can't help you. If November hits and the shutdown's not over, you will not get additional funds. Anything that is presently on your cards is yours. Use it, get food. It has to do with future funds.
And this is, they're just, every Republican's going to go out today and blame Democrats for this too. Like they make a choice for funding and then they'll just go blame Democrats. Man, it's crazy. I don't think this is I don't think this is what happens. You have a bunch of fucking idiots running your country. This is a bad move politically too.
This is also at a time when they've just fired a bunch of federal employees.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are being fired in the private industry too. I mean, it couldn't come at a worse time.
I'm exhausted after, like, I've been a civil servant for 5 years. Prior to that, I worked in marketing. Prior to that, I was in the military, and I've openly said that this has been the most stressful 8 months in my adult life as a civil servant. I have actually had to file death certificates for clients. Remember when you did that EO about Medicare, and it caused a panic, and the Medicaid system went down for like a month?
I do.
I had clients that weren't able to get their dialysis because of it, and I had to file their death certificates.
Jesus.
And I don't even know if calling it a death certificate is correct at that point, because they actively took a part in that.
Wait, didn't Donald Trump just put a meme up where he's the Reaper?
Wow.
I didn't see that.
Here comes the Reaper.
No, you're talking about, well, it is kind of related, but it was around
was
the
it
start
Gavin
of the
Newsom did
shutdown. Around the start of the shutdown, he was like, I'm calling in Russ Vought to fire all the federal employees. And he made an AI video where Russ Vought is the Reaper.
Oh, I thought it was Donald Trump.
Wait, hold on real
quick.
Cammie, Amy, Terry, and Jackie, thank you guys for the donations. Keep going.
Hold on. I also want to make sure
How to help.
Yeah, were you on Crow? Were you on Brett's last night?
I was on Brett's. I was on Brett's last night. I was up till 2:00 in the morning strolling the streets because I was letting people know about the initial story because it got a small release at like 8:30 yesterday. So I went around the TikTok streets informing people, and I told them I would come back today when I had more news, and now I have more news.
Wow.
The answer to what we can do in this situation is right now, all of those people are going to be pushed to food banks. The problem is food banks relied on USDA grants and funding, which was also slashed or frozen. So if you're like, how can I help? Make sure your food pantries are stocked. Like if you have the means to take care of your food pantries, take care of them because they're already not equipped to take care of their current volume because of those cuts to the programs they relied on. And now we're going to send 42 million more people at them.
I was going to say, like, people, go check your pantries. Any unperishables, like anything that you haven't used, go donate.
So what Crow was just saying is that effective yesterday, correct?
Yes, which has me doubly irritated because I got the email at 2 p.m. today, which means any like one-time issuances I did for clients, new applications I did for clients yesterday, they didn't get paid overnight like they were supposed to. And I just didn't find out about that until, 2:00 today.
So it's SNAP benefits and new payments will not be cut going forward until the shutdown's over. Am I stating that correctly?
Correct. So, and that's any new payment. If you already are approved for SNAP, you're not getting November. If you're on hard times and you need to apply for SNAP, we can't pay you until that's over. Like any new funds cannot go out, whether just for an existing case, a new case, or otherwise, cannot be paid out until the shutdown is over.
Well, they did vote that food was not a human right.
Guys, I promise we'll be back to pussy jokes soon. I promise.
Yeah, but even Dolphin, you were there when Jay did the video with Montana and just showing how the billionaires, like, they think that they say they're pumping money into a community, and when they're not, and people in such a very simple place, I don't know how anybody in Bozeman or Butte or any could pay $2,500 a month for rent because billionaires come in. They just can't because they're not working. They're the Bernie Sanders saying $7.25 an hour for your job. How could anybody? You'd have to be working basically the entire week in 2 or 3 different jobs. It sucks. It really sucks. And I don't think that's, yeah. I know you're saying they get what they paid for with their vote, but it still sucks.
They didn't know. I think a lot of people didn't know this is what they were voting for. That's the problem is it's like I don't think most people who are going to be affected by this knew that they would be affected by this. You know what I mean? So I don't think
also,
they voted for it.
3 days ago, I was on a live and I was sitting outside on my break and I watched a man walk out of my office with the whole SNAP packet in my hand. Because when you do this job, you get to recognize the paperwork at like 20 fucking yards away with a MAGA hat on. And my brain blue screened for a whole fucking minute. Like I didn't say a word. I just kind of locked eyes on him and just watched him get into his car and drive away because I could not understand the thing I was seeing.
And to the people in the chat that are saying, we told people on TikTok, we told people on Twitter, but the people we're talking about right now are not jumping into fucking TikTok debates, guys. Pull out of your internet.
That guy that I saw in the parking lot is not on TikTok. That 90-year-old man in the MAGA hat that walked through my parking lot that blue screened my brain, he's not gonna hear us. He's not on TikTok.
Exactly. And those people are living in it makes me think of that Graham, what's his name? Graham video where he's like, look, these people are watching Fox and going to bed. They're going home from work and they're watching Fox and going to bed. I don't exactly remember what he said, but he was like, we're not gonna get people to realize they were wrong by shaming them, is I think what he said. Because these people go to work, they go home, they put on Fox, they go to bed, and that's the only thing they see for news each day.
Yeah, there was another clip I was going to show today, but that what's that podcast called? Like the Necessary Conversation, I think it is, where the guy interviews his parents.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Do you guys know what I'm talking about? So there's a clip that's out today, and they're talking about Medicaid, and she said the mom has the hat on, and she's like, the Democrats wanted to give Medicaid to people who are here illegally, and he gets her to Google it. And she Googles it and she reads it and she's like, see, and they're like, no, look what you just read. That's local funding. It's not federal funding. And she goes, oh. And like it does take for a lot of these people, just what you were saying, like they go home and they're informed by Fox. They don't think Fox lies to them. They don't know that Fox, if their life isn't affected, this is my family in Utah. They have no idea that all of the stuff they're being told is a lie. They legitimately think like Antifa is in the streets attacking ICE agents. And they legitimately think like, these ICE agents are just going after violent criminals and these crazy liberals are going after ICE agents. They have no idea. If you only turn on Fox and then you just live your life and you're in a safe area, I mean, and by safe, I mean like safe from anybody who doesn't watch Fox, then you're not going to know.
Think about, no, Jay, the other day you showed a video where goddamn Rogan, who got 28 probably million young men under the age of 35 to vote for Donald Trump, Duncan Trussell had to soft walk his ass into understanding the information he was reading on the screen. He did not even get that it wasn't the Democrats, it was the Republicans doing this. And Duncan had to basically do his Duncan magic to turn Joe's mind around. Oh, it was the fucking Republicans right there. I don't remember what issue it was. Do you know what I'm talking about though? Because you showed the video.
Yeah, they were talking about, Jesus, what were they talking
about? I have ADD as well as you do. And so right now there's a squirrel crossing my fence in my backyard. And I just like...
Oh, the Epstein. Someone said in the comments.
Was it the Epstein shit? Yeah.
They were talking about the vote that Republicans voted not to release it. That's right.
And Joe was thinking it was the Democrats that didn't want to, and there was a 51 to 49 margin or something like that. And Duncan had to say, no, Joe, read that again. It's the Republicans that didn't want it released. And Joe had this like mind explosion. Oh, dude, I've been so wrong. I don't know. I get stoned with Elon Musk and it's so cool. I'm friends with billionaires now.
Nailing it on that Joe Rogan. And
yeah, sorry.
There's literally something that I've been unaliving to like bring up because I care about pets very, very much. And I don't know if you guys saw this video. Not even a video. It's well, I mean, it's a post. This person's Rottweiler was pew-pewed by ICE. Because all the little boy was going to do was put the dog back into the bathroom because he doesn't like strangers.
I haven't seen that. I don't know.
I have it.
But that's something I don't even know if I could watch because my dog just passed last summer. I can't even.
It's not a video. It's not a video. It's just a story and a photo and the police report and stuff.
Hey, real quick, I just want to tell people that are in chat, if you want to come up, that's fine. Jump in the guest request. People will cycle through. Don't worry. Like, we won't necessarily open something up until you guys.
I'm only on break for a little bit.
If you do want to come up, feel free to jump in the guest request, and we'll cycle.
Do you
people
see
through.
any other requests? Because if they're private, I don't see them.
There's no request right now.
The other thing I want to bring up, because I've had this conversation a bunch of times this morning already, where people are like, "But he got funding for WIC from tariffs." Let me run down those numbers. He got $300 million in funding for WIC. The monthly bill for WIC for the federal government is $800 million. So no, I don't care about the $300 million because I'm not a mathologist, but that still brings us up short $500 million.
I like the mathology.
Mathologist, and you are correct.
And when they like when we're talking about this shutdown, it's the Trump administration is defunding our federal government on all fronts. So it's like, yeah, the shutdown is like, I think, I'm more of a partisan than you, Jay, but like, I think it's mostly on the Republicans because they are the ones who need votes to pass it. So they need to negotiate with Democrats. But it sure
thank you,
is.
Oslo. You got my thought back, Oslo, that I wanted to say, because somebody asked me how did this happen. This actually happened for a very specific reason. They could have proposed individual funding bills to like temporarily do it while they work this shit out. But 2 weeks ago, when this was attempted, it was actually attempted last week in the House specifically to pay the military, and it was shot down by House Republicans who have now taken the stance of we're not interested in discussing any individual funding bills. You vote for everything or nothing at all. And now they're championing that we got the military paid when just last week they and that the Democrats are voting against paying the military when just last week they told the House Democrats we're not interested in funding temporary bills. You vote for everything or nothing at all.
It even yeah. I mean, I didn't even know that. That's crazy. Go ahead, Jen. Sorry.
No, I was just telling Marion on YouTube. Thank you.
Called the Pay the Military Act. It was introduced in the House by I forget which representative down in the House.
Hey,
but
sorry to interrupt. I'll be right back. I got to find a charger for my phone or it's going to die. I'll be right back.
It didn't even. No, it was a Democrat. I'd have to dig it up. It's on my computer upstairs in my office. But the bill was proposed in House. They wouldn't even take it up for a vote because the House Republicans said we're not interested in single funding bills. You can vote for all of it or nothing at all. So then fast forward to this week when Republican senators proposed a similar bill, almost the exact carbon copy of the one proposed by the Democrat in House, and the Democrats responded with, "I thought we were set. You said we all voted for everything or nothing at all."
I mean, it is dysfunction, but I don't think it's both sides equally. I like to think about this like analogy where it's like, yeah, an apple has sugar, but it doesn't mean so both an apple and a candy bar have sugar, but it doesn't mean the apple and the candy bar are equally as bad for your health.
Cascading effects, because like take myself. How long do you think the state of Pennsylvania is going to pay me to not do my job? Like honestly, they're not gonna pay me to not do my job for an extended period of time. And like, so now I was supposed to be, because I do a lot of data analytics and design work for organizations both in my community and throughout the country, and I do this for free because that's the work I can do with my PTSD because it lets me stay in my house while I do it. My computer's unaliving, and I was supposed to be putting money aside for a replacement for it, but because I could get furloughed tomorrow and just not have a job, now anything I make has to go to that, which means if in the interim my computer crashes permanently, because it's been crashing at least once a day, I can no longer do the work I do to help people.
I bet nobody yells at you when your computer crashes and blames you.
Well, and think there's another like scenario to that too. What if you literally are working paycheck to paycheck, but something comes up where you have to sue like a police officer or the somewhere in the government, like these ICE agents or whatever, and want to make a lawsuit, unless you have a big enough media thing like Crump or somebody comes and says, I'll cover you until we win it. If you're just a regular person, you're not going to be able to sue the government. It's going to take everything just to retain a lawyer is like $5,000. You know what I mean? And if you only have $200 in the bank and you just lost your job for a stupid reason and need to sue them for something, it's that same kind of push and pull that we have. Our system is broken, by the way. Our system is so broken.
I'm just at a point right now where like everyone's like, it's the Democrats, it's the Republicans. I'm like, I don't give a shit. I want to know how I feed 42 million people.
Yeah.
Because when I get those phone calls, my clients don't give a shit whose fault it is. They give a shit that they can't feed their children.
Somebody asked that the other day, or just a few minutes ago, like, what do we do? Like, if we want to fix a lot of this stuff, like, I think that's why Mom Donnie has been so successful. Is Mom Donnie is weirdly this outsider that's like an insider, like he's inside the party, but he's an outsider, and it's very clear that what he's saying is authentic, authenticity and empathy. Like, we're about to go through some really, really dark times in this country. It's not gonna Trump's going to push the gas down even further now, and he's going to try and strong arm everybody into doing what he says. He thinks that's going to work. I doubt that works. But that's the hard part. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be empathy for, especially the people that you argue with about politics. But like, if I hate somebody, I'm still not going to tell them they can't have food, right? I'm still going to try and help that person. So if people see this side of the aisle going out and doing the right thing instead of like withholding stuff, and then they see this administration who's like, we're only going to hurt Democrats, or at least say publicly that they're going to target Democrats, I think that's a message that can heal. And I think over and over, the last time Republicans got to this point where like their entire leadership was openly fascist and their base was openly fascist, they didn't get power, or they lost power for like 50 years. Nobody trusted them again for like 50 years after they did this last time. And I think we're headed in that direction. They will lose trust forever with the American people.
Did you hear the joke about, with John Bolton about to be put in the hot seat or whatever? He's gonna, sorry, I'm already laughing about it. He's gonna hide contraband in his own mustache or the hidden documents in his mustache.
That's a big mustache.
The Trump's administration might make him shave his mustache to make sure he doesn't bring anything hidden in. I'm sorry, I have to get a lighter note. I'm sorry. And I have a joke for Jen, because Jen, I love your jokes. So you guys, why did the snowman go buy a bag of carrots? So he could pick his nose. And I think of Jen. When I heard that joke, I thought of Jen. And it was on a Sunday. I heard that and I'm like, oh God, this is one Jen would really. Anyhow, sorry.
Somebody in chat mentioned military people that will be impacted by this. I actually have those numbers. When we look at SNAP programs nationally, there are 1.1 million veterans on SNAP. There are 20,000 active duty families on SNAP, and there's 131,000 reserves and National Guards members on SNAP. About 4% of SNAP is made up of the military. SNAP recipients are the U.S. military.
Is by design. When you think of, I know that my dad's 83, but he did military for 20 years, 1960 to 1980. And he did it because he was in a rough area in Los Angeles, California. So that saved his life. But his education probably wasn't great. When we have different red states, one of their only objectives is to have a purposeful lack of education. The one way out these kids feel like is the military, and then they'll say that.
I agree.
Yeah, and the GI Bill and all that. So then you're going to get an education if you do so many years and whatever. But not everybody takes advantage of going to college with that GI Bill. No, not everybody, because sometimes you can't. You know what I mean? You get home, you have a wife that already has 4 kids.
I was actually kicked out of my first time attempting college with my GI Bill because the Department of Veteran Affairs forgot to pay my college. So I was in the middle of class and got kicked out. Like, I got removed from class. They're like, hey, you need to go down to the bursar's office. We never got paid. And then the VA wouldn't pay for my next round at school until I paid back that debt that they were supposed to have paid.
I'm gonna start cycling some people. So if you guys get dropped, I'm just trying to make sure we get everybody in. So.
Yeah, I wanted to address RTP for a second. Jay, when you're talking about Trump is doing this, it isn't really Trump. He's just the one that's out there to sell these ideas.
Yeah.
It's actually Stephen Miller and Russell Vogt.
Yeah. And that's where, like, Stephen Miller is an actual psychopath. Like, Russ Vogt is a Christian nationalist, and that's troubling. But like, Stephen Miller is a lunatic. He's an actual crazy person, and he's actually evil, and that's alarming. Trump said the other day in the Oval Office, he was like, he mentioned Stephen Miller, and he's like, I'd have Stephen Miller talk and share his real feelings, but maybe people aren't ready to hear his real feelings. Like, that's dark. That he's holding back. This is the version of Stephen Miller that's holding back. That's pretty alarming.
I like to call Stephen Miller Nosferatu.
Oh,
that's pretty good. I like that one.
He does kind of look like the olden day friggin'. Oh my gosh.
What?
He's looked like that since high school.
Was there another part of that sentence that was coming out? I didn't understand that part.
I'm sorry. That's all I can picture now.
Respectfully, shut up, Rhett.
Yeah, take that, Rhett.
Brett was saying Loke. Was that spelled correctly? I wasn't sure.
I tell everybody else, Brett, if you're gonna try and insult me, spell correctly.
Yeah, it's Stephen Miller's going after black and brown people, and Russell Vought is going after just destroying our government. He's like ISIS flying a plane into our government because they don't want to pay taxes, and they want to have a Christian nationalist country. And he doesn't even believe in exceptions with abortion. They want to get rid of birth control. There's some really extremist views that are behind Donald Trump. And I try to point that out as much as I can.
There's another thing that nobody's really bringing up, and that's the fact that RFK Jr. is giving ICE Medicaid records. Did you know that they're also getting scans of our retinas? All of our information to ICE?
Wait, why are they getting Medicaid records?
Like RFK Jr. is going to give it to him.
Because he's probably going to utilize them to scan for people that were EMA recipients, because EMA is the only healthcare undocumented migrants can receive.
Okay, so when it comes
Looks
to
like
Medicaid
that's been. Hold on, real quick. Hold on. It looks like is that being appealed? Because it looks like a federal judge told them not to do that in August. So are they still doing it and it's being appealed? Somebody know?
Was that by injunction? The national injunction? And is it affected by the Supreme Court case on it?
Let me look.
I honestly didn't look that up. I should have. Fudge.
Temporary halts health department from sharing personal data of enrollees in 20 states. It says CMS data. What's CMS data? You know what CMS is?
Country Music Society.
Yeah. Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. I think that maybe is CMS. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's been overturned but I mean, the Trump administration kind of just ignores court orders anyway, so they may be ignoring it. I don't know.
Yeah, so sorry, I was getting back up to my desk. The CMS is when I approve you for Medicaid, for example, it actually gets registered with the CMS because that's the department that oversees all of Medicaid.
Gotcha.
Can I just just to jump in? I just want to say hi, but most people, well, not most people. Roxy, you know my situation, so I'm just going to leave it at that. But they're going to be like cycling like all of these, programs, right? Like with the big beautiful bill, like Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security, all that. Like because they're going to be, how do I say this, discriminating against mixed status families. Right. So I think that's what somebody's referencing here, because they're going to be like having your IRS data, like Medicaid will now be able to like access taxes and stuff like that's the whole point. Like every government agency, even if it's a social program, is supposed to be able to, I guess, like look and see if you're committing fraud or if you have somebody in the home that's undocumented, something like that. It's really, really creepy. And Roxy, I just want to say to you, I've been thinking about this all day, and with the administration announcing that they plan to, overhaul the resettlement program, like for refugees, and focus on accepting white, far-right Europeans, you got me, just like they did with those South Africans. It makes me think that it's not even Stephen Miller who's really in charge. Not really. It's Elon Musk and Curtis Yarvin and Peter Thiel. And I think there's an argument to be had there, because Elon Musk grew up in South Africa where they celebrated Mustache Man's birthday and regularly did the Heil, right? So
Peter Thiel also grew up there. Just saying.
Wait, where's this info that they said that? I'm not doubting. I'm just asking because I'll make a post about it if I can.
Oh, the Heil stuff?
No, that they are now prioritizing white conservative immigrants from Europe.
New York Times has a post on it. Hang on, I think I've got a screenshot of the actual article, because like I'm shaking.
Yeah,
If
they're
it's- yeah, I mean, I'll go if it's New York Times, I'll find it. Thanks.
Yeah, New York Times is where it was. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Jeez
Trump
Louise.
considers overhaul of refugee system that would favor white people is the title of it. I would say that Stephen Miller is in charge of policy, but there isn't somebody in charge. Like different people are using Donald Trump because Donald Trump's a fucking idiot, and they all know that. All these people that sit around in these meetings and worship Donald Trump, I think they know what they're doing. I don't think they actually think he's brilliant. They just know that if they keep hyping him up, he's going to let them do what they want. That's how RFK wound up being this guy. Like when he was running, he was bashing Trump. He was calling him unfit, but now he's like, "Oh, you're the greatest president on earth." I think what people realize is they can accomplish their agenda if they just blow him because he's such a fucking idiot that he won't know. So I think that's why it seems so directionless because there are different groups pulling people in different directions. And some of them are competing. I think like the Peter Thiel is competing against Russ Vought and against Stephen Miller. And even for Stephen Miller's wife, they're competing. It appears.
Well, they all seem to be going in the right direction. I mean, the wrong direction.
TD's in the box.
Didn't Roger Stone said that like in that documentary where he was just like basically just flatter him, make him think that it's his idea, and you can get him to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
A lot of what's behind Heritage Foundation are the oil companies, the petroleum industry, because they know fossil fuels on its way out. And so they're doing everything they can to prop up extremism and whatever it takes to make us keep using fossil fuels. I mean, if you just look at Donald Trump's executive orders that were written by Heritage Foundation, the majority of them are against climate change and removing subsidies for green energy and things like that. That's all fossil fuel stuff too. So, I mean, there's a lot of bad people behind this movement.
Sorry, did you see his post about being all bigly mad about the carbon tax? I'm sorry, I have an untrue social account, so I see this stuff.
Brave? Yeah, I'm not on there.
I have to keep up with what these idiots are saying.
I'm gonna start cycling people, so I just reminding everybody about the gift goal and things like that, so that we can keep this going because this is our job. We're doing this each day for.
My point that I wanted to bring up, I don't know if you guys had talked about it already, but the Supreme Court ruling on the Louisiana case, and that they're saying that the Voting Rights Act has outlived its usefulness. And one report I saw said that they'll be picking up 20 to 25 House seats if that, as a result of that, because they can. They no longer have to get approval on their maps, so they can totally gerrymander, and so lots of states will do that now.
Yeah, I listened to it yesterday. They haven't issued their ruling yet, right? We're still waiting on a ruling.
I would doubt that they did because it was just yesterday, right?
They've tricked me.
I think it was just the comments. I don't know. Did you listen to the?
I listened yesterday. Yeah, and they've tricked me before, but it did not go well for the Trump attorneys. It was bad. Like there was every judge kind of excoriated them. I'll be shocked if they vote to overturn that. At least based on the argumentation, I guess they can come up with a different reason if they want to, but it did not go well for the Trump attorneys there.
Oh, well, that's good. Because I had heard a commentator about it, a legal commentator who was saying that just based upon, I think it was what Kavanaugh said, and that what Thomas said, that their comments had them worried and feeling like that they were going to rule that way.
I think, I think Kavanaugh and Thomas will rule that way. I didn't get the impression. I thought Comey Barrett. Yeah, I'd be surprised. I think you'll have Kavanaugh and Thomas. I think it's probably gonna be like a 7-2, 6-3 decision, just based on what I heard. But again,
Alito's definitely trying to get rid. It'll at least be 3, or at least it'll at least be Alito and Thomas.
Sorry, Oslo. I don't know which justice it was. I want to say it was Roberts. They're saying that even back in the day, he's been trying to strip away the Voting Rights Act. I guess I don't know which justice it was that did the previous overturnings of certain rights in the Voting Rights Act. So
There's several of them. Was it a white guy? Because that don't matter.
It is Roberts. That's what you're hearing. But I'm just based on what I heard from Roberts yesterday, it didn't seem like he was buying the argument.
That's good. One thing I know, I listened to Strict Scrutiny and I listened to Sisters-in-Law, and from both of those podcasts, who are all incredibly informative, legal, experts and professors and blah 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 blah, all that stuff. They're amazing. Both podcasts, Strict Scrutiny and Sisters-in-Law, and they say you just can't read the tea leaves. You can never know. You can think you know, but
hey, real quick, hold on, real quick. This is liberal insanity. When we have opposition, because we don't steamroll, go ahead, liberal insanity. But I'm going to have all you guys mute up and just talk to me, so it's not.
I just wonder why it matters. They're an illegitimate court according to the left anyway, right? Why does it matter what the Supreme Court does? They're illegitimate. They just keep saying that they're right wing, so they're illegitimate. So why does it matter?
What do you mean?
I'm saying, you're saying, well, they should rule this way, they should rule that way. If they ruled against the left, they're going to say they're an illegitimate court. So none of their decisions matter, right? Because they're illegitimate.
No, they still matter.
They don't matter if you feel like
lawful.
If your opinion is that they're illegitimate, then no matter what they decide, I don't understand.
So like if you thought, let's say that you in your town, let's say that you thought the police force was corrupt or illegitimate, right? But whatever they do, it's still the law, right? Like they're still enforcing the law. So I don't know who's saying that the Supreme Court's illegitimate. It's certainly bought and paid for. There's no question about that. The same people that bought the Supreme Court wrote Project 2025. It's definitely a problem in this country that we've allowed a dark money group to select the Supreme Court. But their ruling still matters. It's still the law.
Which has happened for years.
It's never happened ever before.
It's happened a lot.
Okay, who's the dark money group that was putting up judges for Democrats?
You're saying that there's never been dark money groups that have put up people for Democrats or Democratic presidents to nominate?
No. Judges.
Yeah.
I don't know if you probably don't know this, but ever since for the past probably 20 years, all of the judges, Supreme Court judges, and then all of the judges, not just Supreme Court, but every judge that Trump nominated came from a list that was written for him by the Heritage Foundation. And the Heritage Foundation, hold on, brother. You're not going to come up here and steamroll and play whataboutism. We're going to have a real conversation right now. This has never happened. You say it's the same thing because you don't have answers to this. And I'm tired of I'm tired. I don't know why you're a grown ass man. Don't you want to do something besides bitch about both sides all fucking day? And don't you want to learn something at fucking some point? This is the only time in American history that judges were literally brought up from one organization and shoved into the forefront. And Donald Trump said, I will only take judges that they select. And then those same people wrote Project 2025 and put all of their people in position. And in Project 2025, they say, we've got the judges. We've taught them this is the way that we want to do it. And so they're going to rule for us. So Project 2025 is basically just listen, you can shut the fuck up and listen and have a conversation, or you can leave. But I'm tired of you poo-pooing everything. You don't know the answers to this. You don't know the answers to this. So learn something for once. For once in your goddamn life, learn something. Learn something. No, be quiet. Be quiet while I'm talking. I'll give you time to talk. But stop talking while I'm talking. Do you understand? You and I have been cool, but I'm tired of you. I'm tired of this bullshit.
Dude,
if you want to say, shush. If you want to say that this has happened before, you sure as shit better have some example of this happening before. But it's never happened before. This is the only time it's ever happened.
Just let me know when you're done.
I'm done now. Now respond to what I said.
I will. So,
thank you. What I asked you for is an example.
Here we go.
Yes, I want an example of when this has happened on the left.
Yeah, the last time a Supreme Court justice was nominated under Joe Biden.
And who was the dark money group that put up that list, gave a list to Joe Biden, and Joe Biden said, I'll only select from this list.
Again, if we're going to have a conversation, then it's not you just...
No, I'm asking specific questions, bud. Who was that dark money group?
So again, did they not pick from a list?
Who was the dark money group was my question.
You gave me two things. You said picking from a list and then dark money.
So no, they did not pick from a list.
They didn't pick from a list when they nominated her? Really?
No. Really?
Come on. You're smarter than that.
Do you have evidence of that?
Come on, dude.
Don't come on. See this now. This is what all of you Republicans sound like right now. Every time we ask you guys a question and you don't have an answer, you go, "Come on, dude." No, I'm serious. Give me an answer.
I'm giving you an answer, but you literally are having impulse controls.
Who is it?
Usually you're good.
Yeah, because I'm tired of playing whataboutism with people who are too fucking lazy to learn something.
I've been on this app for 2 months, so I don't know why you're talking to me.
That's bullshit. You were on the app like 2 weeks ago. I was on your live 2 weeks ago.
I was. Okay. Dude, you need to relax, bro.
No, I'm not going to relax. No.
So again,
answer the question, please.
I know. Well, if you'd let me fucking finish 2 sentences.
Okay, who's the dark money group?
The dark money group, George Soros.
And where's the list?
The list, he literally said, I'm going to nominate an African-American woman. And there were 3 African-American women that were part of the nominating process. They said, we're going to pick one of these people. They picked that one. And
that list was from George Soros?
Here we go. Every fucking president has a list.
And that list was from George Soros?
It was from George Soros funded groups. Yes.
Okay. What was the George Soros funded group that made that list?
So you want me to be specific now?
Well, I'm being specific. Like, it's the fucking Heritage Foundation and Russ Vogt who wrote that list. I'm being specific. Why don't you be specific now?
I just gave it to you.
Who is it?
You're trying to tell me that every president, Democrat or Republicans, don't have a list of people that they can nominate from a list of people from the Supreme Court. That's bullshit.
It's not what I'm saying. It's not what I'm saying. No, it's not. Do you want me to tell you again what I'm saying?
No, I don't really.
No, you don't want to because you don't really care, right?
I don't care that much. True.
No, the thing that frustrates me about you, because like we've been friendly.
No, I am.
Like you don't learn anything.
We're gonna be friendly after this. I mean,
yeah, but you don't learn anything. But you don't learn anything. You just have really strong opinions and you're very like confident in your opinions, but you don't know.
True.
Tell me the group.
I already gave it to you. I've said it to you.
No, you said George Soros groups, dark money groups. What are the groups?
I don't know the specific group. I just know
that
George
so then how do you know it happened?
Because it did.
How do you know that?
Because it did.
How do you know that?
What? Okay, here we go.
Yeah, dude, these are called questions, bud. If you have an opinion and somebody asks you a question, don't get mad at them.
I'm not. Dude,
what you should be doing, like if you were honest right now, you would just say, "I don't actually know."
RTP, I haven't raised my voice at all. How am I getting?
I don't give a fuck.
I know you don't. I know.
I'm saying if you were honest right now, you would say, "I don't know," but you're not honest.
I just told you I don't know the specific group, but I know they were.
Then how do you know it happened?
Because she was nominated from a list of people.
Where was that list?
Oh my gosh. It's just so the hypocrisy on this.
This isn't hypocrisy until it can't be hypocrisy. This cannot be hypocrisy until you lay out the same fundamentals. It can't be hypocrisy.
Listen to how mad you're getting, man.
Yeah, dude, I get mad. There's nothing wrong with being upset. What you're doing is you're appealing to my emotions right now because you don't have any fucking answers. And Donald Trump said specific. So in order for you to say hypocrisy, you've got to show me a time when Joe Biden or any Democratic president said, I will only be selecting judges from a list given to me by this dark group.
Right.
And Donald Trump literally said that. He said, I'm only picking judges from this list provided by the Heritage Foundation.
Elections have consequences.
I understand. See, and this is the dumb shit that you do. I asked you a specific question and you try and derail. So I'm going to go back to the question. In order for you to say that we are hypocritical, you have to show me a time when that was done on our side, right? That's what hypocrisy is, right?
I just gave it to you with the last Supreme Court justice that was nominated from a list of African-American women.
Who gave that list?
A dark money group.
Which one?
By George. I've told you I don't know. How many times do I have to tell you I don't know the specific?
Well, then how do you know it's true?
Bro, you have a good day.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. It's exact. This is what you do every time. Just fucking learn something, man.
I am literally.
You're too old to be this fucking stupid. Honestly,
I'm literally getting on a plane to go to Oahu. You have a great
I don't care. Learn something on that plane. Read something.
All right, buddy. Good for you. Keep getting angry. I love you, brother. I love you to death, man. But
I don't care. I know
you don't. You don't care about anything. We know. We get it.
I do. I obviously care about this. This is what I've dedicated my life to. There we go. That's what I thought.
Good goddess.
He's obnoxious.
I was really curious about the 1976 at the end of his name. Like that's a tale for a supremacist, and the fact that he was so stuck on an
1976 is
African
probably the year
American
he was
female.
born.
What?
It's probably the year he was born.
Oh, what? He just. He was very stuck on the only African American on the Supreme Court. Well, the female. Sorry, it's wild.
Well, that's a talking point because they think there's a list, but the only thing Joe Biden said is that he was going to nominate. And by the way, like I think administrations, like staff, put together lists pretty normally, but it's not. It's way different than what RTP is. The Heritage Foundation putting together an approved list.
Get on your plane, liberal insanity. You can't leave and then argue in the comments. You can be up here or not. You don't get to argue from the comments now.
The difference here is that Joe Biden did not nominate Ketanji Brown Jackson or anyone else with the specific intention of going in and enacting his own ideologies and overturning 50 years of precedent and dismantling everything. Like Project 2025, liberal dude. Go read it. Please, for the love of God, read that thing.
Actually, Jay, my friend Everett said something in the comments, and I think I remember this too. Didn't Trump literally say, I have to pick from this list?
Yeah.
I don't know if he said I have to, but he said he's going to. I don't remember his exact words. But yeah, he did. He said specifically, like, this is the list I'm going off of.
And it was about choice and Roe, right? Like he mentioned Roe specifically and all this.
But even if there was a list, even if there was a list on the other side, it still isn't the same. Like it's still not the entirety of the argument. Because if there's a list, that's fine. But the other part of the argument is that these people that made the list wrote a plan of how to use those judges to fundamentally undo a bunch of stuff that they wanted to undo. And then they wrote a plan about how to do it. And then the president adopted that plan. And now he's letting Russ Vogt, the guy who wrote that plan, pick and choose where funding goes right now and pick and choose which departments to get rid of. And he's going through this plan. This has never happened. Nothing close to this has ever happened. And that's, I think, where Republicans are right now. They literally, none of them, from J.D. Vance to Donald Trump to liberal insanity, none of them can answer a question. It's just whataboutism now. And that was the first Trump administration, too. They spent 4 years going, but what about? Because everything is so shitty that he does. He's so prolifically bad that they never want to discuss, like, what the effects of his policies are.
You know why? Because they're little bitches.
Can I look? I mentioned this. I think it was Roxy's live, but I'm in Kentucky accent, obviously. But there is this thing that goes on this week, right? And it's called Court Day, right? And it happens for a week. Every single year for, I don't know, the past decade, when you go, right, you see nothing but Make America Great Again hats and the Trump signs and the flags and Keep America, just everything Trump, Trump, Trump. And I'm telling you, I have went twice now. There is one booth that has Trump signs and flags, and that is it. And and this has been holding true for every little part of my world that I have been traveling to. I don't see any Trump signs. I don't see any flags. I don't see the hats, the bumper stickers, nothing. People are turning on this dude because they are getting hurt. Like Kentucky farmers, oh, honey, they are so screwed. Just with the labor alone, they are going to be so screwed.
I just gotta say, liberal insanity is a great example of what I mean when I use the Apple analogy. He honed in on just one thing, one tiny thing in the totality of what RTP said, the list, and is like, well, both sides. And in that analogy, candy bars are bad for you. If you hone in on just sugar, then you could say apples are bad for you because they have sugar. And in some cases, certain size boxes of individual raisins have more sugar in the box than an 8-ounce Snickers bar. And you could, if you just honed in on the sugar, you'd say, wow, this box of raisins for kids, lunch boxes, has more sugar than the Snickers bar. It's worse for you or just as bad for you as this candy bar. If you only hone in on one little aspect, you can easily make a false equivalency and say both sides, both sides, both sides, both sides, both sides.
And for my enjoyment, you're in the box. I just want to make sure you get a chance to jump in.
Just want to say to Humby, Federal Society is where all of these judges came from, and they may have like nominated or they may have like referred the judges, but Heritage Foundation has openly bragged about having this list and compiling that list. So I think you're right. Like, we should mention that it's the Federalist Society that trained them and not the Heritage Foundation. I should be more careful with that language. But it has been the Heritage Foundation who has been kind of openly bragging about this. So it's probably both, but that's a good point. Thanks for correcting me on that.
I've been actually thinking about something, guys. With as many really, really angry Republicans or MAGA even if they did redraw those maps, how can we even say that they will definitely be in power if there's a bunch of pissed off people?
Well, that would be the hell of it, right? If they redraw the maps and then lose anyways, that would be. It could. If you watch like where AOC and Bernie are going, you watch Bernie in West Virginia. These rural communities that are being decimated right now, like I just don't think that they're willing to be like, oh, I'm gonna keep voting for this guy. I can't imagine they are.
Yeah, but not if we nominate Amy Klobuchar or something.
It was just a thought. It was just a thought.
Can I give my little? Can I give a conspiracy? It's a conspiracy, but it's also based upon just what we found out, like about them prioritizing white Europeans, and because a part of that article, right, is that it has to be they want to focus on white Europeans who speak English and who have been, I guess, persecuted or oppressed by the governments for speaking peacefully online and who align with Trump's policy agenda. So the far right. And the way that they handed citizenship to South Africans, you know, and also just the way they project on the left and say the left is just wanting to bring immigrants in to vote, it just makes me think that's what they're doing.
Oh, here comes the cat. Yeah. I'm gonna start reducing some of the boxes down because we've got new people coming in, so I want to make sure everyone gets a chance to speak. So,
drop me down if you got to. First off, Z-Pack, I got to tell you something. The other day, Admir thought he was talking to you. Just thought I'd let you know. He thought he was talking to you because President Trump was speaking to him, but it was Jaden.
Oh, it was probably Trump. Oh, it was either Trump Quest or Jaden.
It was Jaden.
Yeah, no, it was Jaden, and he was like, "Okay, is that Z-Pack?" Constantly, he was.
How could you not read the name?
He was very high.
He was on a gummy.
Okay.
He was on a gummy.
He was on set. Well, let's be honest. He was on like 10 gummies.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I must have missed that one. I was out.
Oh,
I didn't see that live, so I was watching his lives where he is hanging out with his, former MAGA folks who are not in recovery. They're still having really bad issues. They're very angry and upset about everything, and they think they know everything. It's the same story all the time. Is it getting old yet? Like, it's been going on for like 3 years at least, where these people are just like, I'm an expert today in epidemiology. I'm an expert today in law. Like, these people, man, what are they doing? It's really rough.
It's frustrating too, as somebody like myself who's a member of Mensa and has boots on the ground. It's frustrating when everybody else acts like they're experts.
Reminds me of the guy episode where he's at his family reunion and he says he's a billionaire spaceman, playboy genius or whatever.
Yeah, like if it wasn't so dangerous, it would be funny, but it's not funny anymore. Like it's so dangerous, and like I am worried about this weekend a little bit for some of these protests because I feel like there's going to be some folks from that side who are going to try to instigate, and I am a little bit worried. So if you're going out, just be safe and don't be like not stupid, but just don't do anything stupid, I guess.
I've got a question about that.
Because that's what he wants.
If anyone's read about this, I heard about it. I haven't looked it up. I forgot to look it up last night. I was going to maybe look it up last night before bed. But is there something's going on where the Trump administration is shutting down the 5 here in LA so that they're going to shoot
in San Diego
projectiles into Fort Pendleton?
Yeah,
Is that what is that?
In San Diego. That's what they said. That was the story that came out. I think we covered it maybe Wednesday. I can't remember, but yeah, there's a story.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's been confirmed.
What part of the 5? Because the 5 is huge. Like, is it here in
Down
LA?
down in San Diego by what's the base there? The Navy base?
Pendleton.
What is it?
Pendleton.
But aren't they shooting it to Pendleton?
That's what they said. It said they were shooting it at it was a weird way that it was phrased, that they were going to shoot it at Pendleton. So I don't know. I have no idea.
So it's not here in LA. It's down by San Diego.
Unconfirmed chat says that it's not happening anymore. But a lot of people in chat are saying that he backed off. But that's unconfirmed, so I don't know.
That was pretty crazy. I don't know that bombing your own military base is a good way to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the Marines or whatever he said.
Yeah.
And this is the last thing, and then I'll go. What bothers me the most about Donald Trump is that he goes on this tirade that he's like this great military person, but all of his supporters will argue, and I've heard them argue as early as like 2 weeks ago, how he, when he dodged the draft, he had a legitimate reason to do so. And it was signed by a doctor. And I guess none of these people heard the song by Creedence Clearwater Revival called Fortunate Son, because he quite literally is a fortunate son. And that is exactly what they were singing about. They were singing about people like Donald Trump who got away from going to Vietnam. And I'll land my plane here. He also recently said something about how Vietnam didn't go on long enough, which is like the polar opposite opinion of everyone else. So he's quite literally either extremely senile or just like he's just lost the plot. I don't understand what's going on there, but like that needs to be brought up more, because he literally said Vietnam should have gone on longer and he dodged the draft. Wild.
I think what bothers me the most about him is his neck vagina. But then
that too, the turkey legs, right, or whatever that is.
So dry all the time.
Donald Trump has taught me that I can never run for office, and like it's probably great the hat check exists, which stops me from it, because like I could never have Donald Trump as my opponent, because like I could not stop myself from just looking, like grabbing the microphone in the middle of the bit and go, "Can you stop being so full of shit all of the time? Like for 5 minutes, can you just stop being full of shit?"
But I'll see you later, RTP. I got to get back to work. Just wanted to say hello.
Thanks, brother.
Good seeing anybody.
Good seeing you.
We'll talk to you later.
Bye. Bye.
I actually have a neck vagina too. I just hide it well.
I was letting you stay longer, but you might have to be rotated to here soon too. Renee said, so got to send a Venmo. If you chat GPT everything at a 5th grade level, you say for an entire show, MAGA would understand you.
It'd be tough to do. Yeah. Oh, you said Demand Justice is the dark money group that yeah, they were the ones
I haven't fact checked it, but that's what he's saying.
Well, they ran a bunch of ads, so they were pressuring to get Jackson nominated. But again, it's still not the same thing. Like advocating for something and then saying, here's this group that's going to choose the judges for me and I will choose from their list are two very different things. Good. I'm glad he Googled it though. What's up, Sarah?
Not too much. How are you doing?
Good. What's on your mind?
I missed most of the show today, so I apologize. But
we all did.
We all did.
The internet crashed like 5 times and we gave up, and then we've just been hanging out on TikTok, so you didn't miss anything.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I saw Prince Andrew is I lost my headphones. Sorry. Prince Andrew's like been being forced out of the royal family to give up his titles.
Yeah.
And we got the judge in Arizona now saying time's up.
Wait, what?
Does
What's
that was it the judge in Arizona saying like time's up? You guys have
Grijalva?
to swear in.
Adelita Grijalva.
Yeah.
Wait, what did a judge do though? I'm confused.
It was an AG was suing somebody.
Oh yeah, Chris Hayes. Yeah, she's threatening to sue them if they don't seat her. Yeah. Okay, I'm with you now.
Yeah, I just like
the
do we
timing. Are
actually
you saying
think
the
the Epstein
timing of
files
that?
are going to come out?
Well, they have to come out at some point, unless the government just always stays shut down. But yeah, it seems like that announcement from Prince Andrew at this time. I don't know if you guys saw, but it was basically like I've stepped back from my official roles, but now I'm not going to use my titles anymore, and I'm going to separate myself from the royal family. I have no role, and I have no more title. Basically, what he said.
Right.
Yeah. And that's a good point. Somebody said they're suing because they're getting taxation without representation. That was going to be on the show today too. Mike Johnson said he'll do it when the government reopens.
Yeah, that's what I figured would
We
come
for
out
sure
of that.
believe.
All right, well, cool. Nope, I know you've said a couple times like that. Oh no, I can't remember what I was going to say. I got all nervous now that I'm actually talking.
No,
I'm great in the comments, but put me live and I just can't talk at all. So
Yeah, I don't know. I see what you're saying. Though. Somebody else had sent that too, that they didn't know about that announcement. It seems like it. I mean, it's inevitable. I think the most telling stuff has been Donald Trump like openly lately talking about not going to heaven. I think he's very aware, and I think the people around him are aware that when this comes out, it's going to be really, really bad. And I think that I don't know, just the change in Trump and this push towards Christianity and talking about it openly, I think that's more telling than anything.
yeah, and you brought up a couple times like the quote unquote conspiracy theory of, you know, JD distancing himself from Trump and just all of those things pointing to, you know, it's happening sooner than later kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, they all know what's in it. That's the thing. Like, I'm sure JD Vance knows, Bondi, Kash Patel, all of these folks, the way that they're lying right now is so unusual. Like, we're used to politicians being kind of slimy, but like openly lying and being openly defiant, just consistently going before Congress and saying, who has oversight, and saying, we're not answering your questions, this is a secret. And then to watch Republicans be like, yeah, it is a secret. You tell them. Don't tell us anything. We don't want to know.
It's wild.
They all just seem to be kind of melting down right now, and I think that's probably why.
Oh, Sarah, I remember what you were going to say. You were going to say how handsome I am, I think.
Well, of course.
Yeah, that's right.
We were sharing the same face when the Liberty guy was up here talking. I was staring at him exactly like you were.
Just like this?
Yeah, the blank stare with the mouth just perfect. Yeah.
All right. Does anybody else?
Thanks very much, guys.
Good talking to you, Sarah.
Yep. Have a good one.
Here's my thing. They're obsessed with crime.
Hold on real fast. Oh, I want to make sure Chelsea has the shit. She's been here for a minute, hasn't said much.
Hey, I didn't even see you up there. What are you doing up there?
Snuck in here. Just
Hey, long time no talk.
I know. What's up? No, I was
missed
gonna.
you too.
Yeah, I know. I don't normally come into panels too often. I just sneak around.
How lucky are we?
I thought I'd share this story, and I didn't know if you remembered it, but since they were talking about like military exercises and stuff and going into cities, do you remember in like 2015 there was something called like the Jade Helm exercise that Obama was conducting?
I don't remember that, no.
So it was like I think it was like 7 different states. That was like a normal military exercise that was being done, but like 10 crews,
yeah.
And all of them made this huge big deal about the fact that like Obama was like making the federal military like against the citizens, and he was like getting them all up to like do martial law and like take over law enforcement, and like they like fearmongered this entire situation to be something so crazy, even though Obama had nothing to do with it. It was like a normal military exercise that the Pentagon had like created and stuff.
Wasn't it
But,
like less than 1,000 people too? Like it was like a very small operation.
So small. And they made it into this big, huge thing. But like literally that is exactly what they're doing. And I just found like the parallels to be so ironic in this whole thing. And when I heard this story again, I was like, that's so amazing how we're just back here just 10 years later and the irony of it.
Well, I think sometimes that's where I understand why MAGA struggles sometimes looking at the left, because there's not like an ideology on the left. There's no consistent ideology, at least. Like we have a broad spectrum of ideologies over here. And so every time they do something, every time somebody on the left does something, anytime Obama does something, they're viewing it through their own lens. They're viewing it from like, what does this mean? When the government does this, what does it mean? And they think when the government mobilizes the military, it's because the government plans to use the military. Because when Republicans mobilize the military, that means they're about to use the military. And when they talk about like a takeover, they're all used to this stuff. So like, then when it comes down to time to do it, they're like, oh, well, we're only doing this because you did. So they'll make up a lie about something that the left is doing. And then when they do it, they're like, the left did this. And that's what we're seeing. Like none of this stuff happened. Even stuff now when they talk about ICE agents, they're like, you bring up that they're masked vigilantes running around kidnapping people. And they're like, oh, well, you had to wear masks during COVID. Like that's the same thing. It's like, well, there's also masks on Halloween, but that's not really the criticism here.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a video on it. I found some like old articles from that time for like Ted Cruz and a bunch of prominent like Republicans that were very outraged about this whole thing. And like the Pentagon had to speak out about it. And the acting Secretary of Defense had to like give a whole statement about it. It was like,
what was it called again?
It was called Jade Helm.
That's right. I'm going to look at Ted Cruz. Well, of course, Ted Cruz was outraged.
No, Ted Cruz was like the main perpetrator of it. Like he was so outraged about it. He was like very involved in it because he pretty much said that Obama was taking over Texas. Like Obama was going to take the state of Texas for himself. Like it was just taking it over. There was like this big conspiracy.
Well, Republicans peddle in fear. They have to keep the fear going. So they make like false fear. And I think their supporters, like MAGA, they can feel and sense the falsity of it. Like they know that wasn't really the military taking, like deep down. So then when it comes time for like actual outrage against someone like Trump, who they support, they feel and they assume that it's fake on the left as well. Is that kind of what you were saying? I browned out while you were talking, RTP.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Fuck you,
I was thinking about ET and
hurt my feelings.
Jay, have you checked Venmo or PayPal? And
I'll check right now. Yeah.
I just never know if I'm just like stupidly repeating something somebody smart has just said. But anyways, hey, good job everyone. Today we uncanceled the word pussy. We can all say it again because we found the etymology of it. It's great.
I mean,
damn, I missed that part.
There's some people who get frustrated with Jay when he calls people or men, specifically MAGA men, pussies. So we got the etymology of the word.
Yeah, we uncanceled it. It's great. Mm-hmm. Good news, everyone.
Yeah.
Raina and Adam, thank you guys for the donations over on Cash App and PayPal. Appreciate that.
I held out for me and Jen. We kept the entertainment going while you were gone.
Thank you. Well, I can actually hear you when I'm gone.
Oh shit!
Yeah. I heard it. I heard you awkwardly say something, and then nobody responded to that. Let's clear the box. Make sure everybody has a chance. I only have like 15 more minutes, and then I got to bounce.
Yeah. So Burned Out Medic said, "Great live, great guest, except the guy who wanted everyone to know he was going to Hawaii."
That's my fellow Mormon. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really have a problem with him personally, but I've lost all patience with whataboutism. I'm just.
He's obnoxious. So. He's lied about so many things. No, he's garbage. He made bets to debate someone and to donate to a children's charity, and he didn't. He can suck all of the bags of dicks. He can eat them all.
That's how you really feel, Jen. Because I wasn't.
I thought I
getting
was
all
very
you were
clear. I mean,
feeling.
I could keep going.
What's up, LLM, Sailor Betty, and Acorn? Who's Acorn?
Hey, how's it going? I only have a few minutes, so I just wanted to jump in really quick. I myself and my husband, we escaped beyond the Zion curtain as well. And we are up in Washington now, but no, I work in national infrastructure, and I just want to talk about some of the other ways that we're really being screwed within our cities from the federal government, and that has to do with a lot of the infrastructure bills that were put into place during Biden's administration, and now with these tariffs going on, a lot of the building materials that were originally bid on for bridges, highways, things like that, they're all requiring change orders. And these change orders are basically bankrupting city governments because all of the materials have gone way up. And it's also bankrupting smaller contractors that bid on some of these larger infrastructure bills. So it's just a way to shoot us in the foot another way and not get these projects done, or not get them done to the ability that they should be. And on top of that, some of the higher costs are having groups say, hey, well, let's cut out QA. Let's cut out safety. Let's see where we can cut money on these projects. And it just creates a dangerous environment for everyone involved.
I didn't even think about like the people that have the contracts who like that's like a year, that's their budget. That's their income for the year. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's terrible. What part of Washington are you in?
Buckleteo, like right north of the city. Yeah, no worries. Okay. My region is the Western region, so everything from Texas to California and Washington to Mexico City are mine. So I travel a bunch, and I've just seen a lot of roads, bridge projects, all kinds of stuff. Soon, like running out of money soon, due to the fact that costs for materials have gone up.
Well, and then I'd imagine a lot of those infrastructure projects like Trump's doing in New York, he's going to cancel the ones that are in blue states too. So he's going to hurt the blue staters as much as he can.
Exactly. And then they have half-built projects, half-built rails, and then they have to go back to city governments and bankrupt them. So it's really, really dangerous right now.
Jesus. Well, that was funny. Thanks. Thanks for
I'm sorry. I didn't mean
no,
to.
you're just kidding.
But just talking about national infrastructure and other projects that are really, causing a detriment to the American people. I think it's something, we ought to think about as a community.
Yeah.
But thanks for having me up.
No, I appreciate that.
It.
Thank you.
Thanks.
LLM Acorn.
Thanks. I heard you have to get going soon, so I think this is the first time I'm seeing you live on TikTok. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Something that I'm really interested in, and if you're interested in learning more, let me know and I can come back and say more about it. But something that I'm really interested in is the research around resistance movements and the recommendations from those researchers based off of what has and hasn't succeeded in the past.
Yeah, I'd be interested. I don't normally cover it. I kind of go. I do try and just be like somebody who tells the news. I don't think I'm a good person to like lead a movement. I'm not somebody that should be looked to for leadership on that. So I do kind of cover the news, but I do think that there's if you want to send me some stuff that I could cover that I could put into my show. This is pretty unusual. We usually don't have a panel. Usually we're on YouTube and Twitch and it's like a prepared show, but my internet was crashing all day today. So we just came out here and hung out, but I'd be interested in any of that information you could send me. I just kind of am going out of my way to not be like I don't want to like try and have a movement or I'm just a bad person to do that. I'm very unorganized and scatterbrained. So
he is really good with it, of the bowel kind. So
yeah. But I would love any information you could send me or videos. I love watching that stuff and I like covering it.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Nice. It was really good meeting you.
Nice to meet you as well.
We'll see you. LLM?
Hey, how's it going?
Dude, your breakdowns are so good. I've really been enjoying your debate breakdowns. They're really honest too, which I appreciate. Sometimes I hate your conclusion, but you're usually right.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, I first started getting into the online debate space from your content. I mean, from like a bit more than a year ago. I've been watching your lives since like Jeff days and like police days. Yeah, I just I think that like debate is like kind of broken. Online debate's kind of broken and toxic. I vaguely wish it could be a bit more coherent. So I thought like maybe there's some way. Also that like there was the whole thing of like Grok versus MAGA thing. And so I was like, I wonder if there's like any future where like MAGA could be prepared to pay attention to like an honest, like a source that is a bit more honest or isn't as easily made partisan kind of. So in this case, like LLMs, because like if you look at like Grok
which is
versus MAGA,
language learning model, right?
yeah, large language learning model. So yeah, like ChatGPT and Grok and all these things. So I was like, like maybe a future like strategy for messaging is like preparing MAGA for like what they will hear or what they will read when they open up ChatGPT and they ask it, what is the truth about what is happening? What is the truth about what's happening in Portland or, Perplexity, whatever, what's happening in Portland? They might see something that they wouldn't expect. They wouldn't like to hear. So I thought that would maybe be a bit more of like a middle ground than like, online debate style, which is like ferocious and like, you must see my side. So yeah.
So are you
like
using the language models to score these, or are you scoring them on your own?
No, I'm using it to, well, I'm constraining the tasks to get a bit so they don't like, look over their shoulders from one side of the tasks to the other. So like I have an app, I'm a developer. I have an app. So like, this app has a few tasks it defines. Like one is like, hey, Gemini, take this transcript and just pull out all the positive claims that are made in this transcript, where that transcript is just the transcript of some debate. And I think like the idea there is that like LLMs are fairly strong at tasks like analyzing text. So the idea there is that they can do so kind of in some unbiased manner. And then I ask a different LLM, here are some positive claims made. Can you sort them into like unverifiable, clearly false or true, while also supplying this prompt with fresh data from the web? So I say like, hey, Google, give me some search results for this claim. Because it's like when you're programming with the models, you don't get like the thing that ChatGPT does where it says, I'm going to search this up for you. You kind of have to do it on your own. Yeah. And then I do similar for like logical fallacies. So it's kind of broken down in these constrained tasks. So they, they don't peek over each other's shoulders. And then it hydrates them into like this web interface for some sort of rich display. That's the general idea anyways.
It's so I didn't know that's how you're doing it. That's really cool. That's really smart. I'm fascinated by it. And you can clearly see like how some people wind up. I think the last one you just did was I think it was the Andrew Wilson against 5. Was it Christians? Is that what it was?
He brought it. It was at one of the debate cons. He just brings like 5 people who disagree, and this was his thing about one of his ones about force. Like those weird topics.
Force principle. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, force doctrine. That nonsense.
Oh, force doctrine. Yeah, that's right.
Well, I did that one. I also last one I did was with Adam Mockler, the drunk debate that he had against Michael Knoll, which is incredible.
That was so good.
Yeah,
I love that.
But yeah, I just want to come up and say thanks. I admire your show. Like you really got me into this online debate space.
Well, you're really fucking good at it, man. What you're doing is so good. It's some of the best. It's the best analysis I've seen on debates, period, on the internet. It's so good. You're probably my favorite account, to be honest.
I think one of the things is that like with all the information that's thrown at us, there's so much information thrown at us now, and like some of it is a strategy, you know, like there's like the flood the zone or overwhelm the zone thing, like Steve Bannon's strategy to like throw all this information at you and make you kind of scared and put on your heels, so you can't really process what's happening. So I'm always thinking about like tools that could help us like make sense of all this information a little bit more quickly.
Well, you're doing it. Do you do YouTube as well, or is it just TikTok?
It's just TikTok for now. It's kind of a test to see like what's gonna work.
Well, keep doing it. If there's anything we can do to help, please let us know. I'm fascinated by it. I think it's it's my favorite thing to go look at on TikTok. I've looked at every one of your posts, the breakdowns, and they help me a lot too of understanding other people's debate style, especially the ones that kind of do this for a living. I do think you're right. Like, debate is a little bit broken, but having that clarity is gonna, at least for me, is gonna allow me in the future to attack their strategy and maybe bring more clarity to the debate by understanding what their strategy is and cutting through some shit. So I find it very, very useful. And anybody who likes to debate or likes looking into that stuff, I can't recommend it enough. You're doing awesome work, man.
Cool. Thanks.
All right. I got to get to a couple of people, and then we got to get out of here. What'd you say?
Somebody asked, where can you find me? This is it. I'm only on TikTok. I tried creating an Instagram, but I'm not fast enough to keep it up to date.
All right. Well, let's keep in touch. I got to grab everybody else before I go, but thank you so much for coming up and keep doing it. I love the work that you're doing. It's incredible. Let's see who hasn't. I love you, Wayward and Sassy. Whoever wants to go first.
Say sucks.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Sassy or Wayward? Sassy, you're muted. And now you're gone. Wayward, and nope, everybody's dropping like flies here. Wayward, you there?
Yeah.
Hey, there
I'm
we
here.
are. What's up?
Okay, I just wanted to say that it makes my pussy cringe every time you call a MAGA man a pussy, because pussies are much better than MAGA men. Am I wrong or am I right?
You are right. We're using the we've gone over the etymology here earlier, but we're using the original use of the word, which was do we have that definition up here still? What was the word?
I don't know, but I think I think that might be a good end to make you get embarrassed and stuff. So I think that might be a good.
Use the C word.
Pusillanimous is the original word. That's where it comes from, and it's basically like cowardly and
pussification.
Weak.
I think.
Yeah. No, pusillanimous is what it was.
But there's also pussification.
Is
That's
there,
another word.
I thought I made that word up. Is that a real word?
No, I think Ash was talking about it for something.
I don't know if that's a good source or not. All right, I appreciate
That's
it.
fair.
Thank you for turning my face red. We needed one more of those before the end
You're
of the
welcome.
day.
Glad I made
Wayward.
you laugh.
Appreciate it. All right, everybody. We'll be back. I might be on this weekend. We'll see. Other than that, if not, we'll be back on Monday. And hopefully the internet situation's fixed. I don't think I'll be into my new place by Monday, but hopefully not too much longer dealing with this shitty internet. But thanks, guys, for hanging out with us. Jen, do you have anything to say? I'll check messages while you talk.
I mean, same stuff. So glad you guys are here. YouTube's up if you haven't subscribed. I did turn it on to subscriber only chat so that people didn't have to battle the the toxic comments. We are going to have subscriber only event coming up on Monday. Oh, that's one thing did you want to announce it or give an idea for the subscriber only event?
I'm concerned about it with the internet situation. Can we call it 50? I'll put out a video if I can get the internet figured out before then. If it's not still fucked up, I'll just put it out.
Maybe tell me what it is separately.
Yeah, sure.
Well, then Venmo did just come through.
In fact, I'm just going to say, plan on it being pushed back a week. If not, it may happen Monday, but plan on it being pushed back a week.
So, thank you, Natalie. But yeah, that's it.
It's me pole dancing. Okay, that's what it's going to be. It's just me pole dancing on Mondays, Monday night. All right,
we're
guys.
trying to increase our viewership, not scare people away.
You don't think that would increase?
Possibly. There are.
I'll talk to Bree. Bree can give me some ideas. She'll help.
True. Good point.
She'll give it some flair. All right, everybody. We'll see you maybe this weekend. If not, we'll see you on Monday. Love you all. Stay cute and cool, and have a great
Information email from TikTok, then your order didn't go through. If you got